It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side Florida. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with viewing for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
No promises, Tommy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. Tobin and Leroy here with you on a gloomy Tuesday. Feels like the Panthers just infected the weather.
Well, here's the problem. Dolphins minicamp starts today.
Oh, it's a bubble day.
But we don't want to talk about touchdowns being scored during hockey season because the Golden Knights put up a touchdown.
Oh, boy. Yeah, it was a thoroughly embarrassing game. They got
it just looked like it just looked like it was too easy.
Yeah, it was a thoroughly embarrassing game. It was a game where the Panthers got their ass kicked literally and figuratively. And it was tough to watch. It was tough to watch.
Looked like somebody hit the tables last night.
Oh, you think it was a late night at the crash?
They just look.
You think Paul Maurice and Tkachuk were rolling dice into the morning?
It just looked like they didn't play with the same energy that we were used to seeing them play with. Or I won't say energy, desperation. For the first month and a half of these playoffs, they seem to always be playing desperate, right? Like, we can't give up an inch because the worst things happen and we have all these close games and you have to, this is the first time, all playoffs that they've had a two goal deficit. I'm almost positive.
A 2-goal deficit, like in a game?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They might have had one other one, but maybe against Boston early, but it just seemed like the intensity they had to play with.
Well, it's the first time they haven't been able to snatch home ice, which was tough. But I think the thing that's been, you mentioned about being able to have tough teams, and yeah, I mean, like there was that clean hit yesterday from Tkachuk, but that somehow resulted in him not being able to play hockey for 12 minutes. I mean, go figure that one. Everybody's saying it's a clean hit. Hockey,
that's weird.
Make up rules willy-nilly.
Well, here's the problem in sports. We tend to play the result. So if, this is an A sport in soccer, in hockey, in football, right? You could have a hit. If the guy's laid out, then you just assume something happened wrong.
Right, but it wasn't his fault.
Right.
Like even Eichel, who was the guy hit, he goes, well, that was on me. I wasn't looking where I was supposed to be going. So
right.
I don't understand that. But from the moment where they took out Radko Gudas, who's like one of your big enforcers, he's your guy who really sets the tone on a lot of that stuff, and he leaves the ice, like that's a big it's a big adjustment for them. It's a big attitude shift for them. And and honestly, this dude Aiden Hill is like reminding me of Vasilevsky. Like he's been amazing.
Right.
He's been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He completely is demoralizing you on these power plays because they're like they're peppering him. You can't touch anything. He's like showboating out there with the glove. It's
he's like, look, he's
it was like anything you threw at him, he was just like, nope. Let me dive with my stick. Let me do my glove. Let me do
he's also getting really lucky because in game one, that save where he just threw the stick over there, I'm like, oh, it's going to be one of these games.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes I think luck trickles down into confidence.
Oh, yeah, because now he feels froggy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. Like, look, the Panthers...
You can't dismiss them because we've already
look, they got to fix a lot of stuff because this Vegas team has looked overwhelming. Every time, they had their power play, then all of a sudden Vegas is on the rush and they're putting it on Bob. You know, they somehow are setting it up perfectly where, like, you know, these defensemen, they're either, you know, if you're going to be in Bob's way, like, block some damn shots. Let's go. Like, what are we doing?
Not only you blocking Bob, but then when the puck is hit, you move out of the way.
Like, come on, dude. Like, what are we doing? So the entire scope of this team is.
I could understand why somebody don't want to jump in front of that thing. Did you see Duclair get hit in the leg,
dude? Okay,
but like he was
don't be there in his eyesight,
right? To get everybody. Well, yeah. That is probably one of the interesting dynamics of hockey. The redirect. Or how can they do that?
Yeah, it's got to be unbelievably frustrating.
It's amazing. Or the guy blocking the goalie. I mean, he's got to move, right? He can't be in the way, so he moves and
it's one of those things where it's like, I'm pissed about everything. I'm pissed about the way the Panthers played. I'm pissed because Vegas has looked way better than them, especially yesterday.
Yeah,
and I'm pissed at the officials because I don't understand what rules they're going with. I don't understand how Aiden Hill is allowed to do whatever he wants to Matthew Tkachuk. He's a dirty goalie, and I've never thought I'd say that. I didn't even know that was a thing. He's a dirty goalie.
What?
He is a dude. He held him down into the goal. He's a dirty goalie.
It's true.
He is.
He also stops everything.
Yeah, apparently also legal plays. Does what he wants.
I'd like to check his locker.
I don't like what's going on there.
Yeah.
Seems to me. Have we ever thought about these referees? I mean, having a Vegas team. What have we thought here? Corruption, right? City of corruption. I mean, think about the gambling lines these guys can be going. We know the refs. They love to gamble.
They do.
We know this.
I've heard that.
We know this. Think about the gambling lines. You don't think Wayne Newton is out there dishing out some line? Which, by the way, oh my God, that face.
Yeah, you mentioned that. You said that he would look like he was wearing Wayne Newton.
I don't know how old he is.
Hold on.
Wayne Newton looked like he was wearing a mask of Wayne Newton.
He looked like he went to the same doctor as Siegfried and Roy.
He looked like what's that scene you like from Just Go With It?
Oh,
he looked like that.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Can you move your face? And he drinks some water. Goes,
oh, and here's another thing that I'm pissed about.
Oh my God!
All right, here's some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford. Palmetto Ford.
No truck.
I'm pissed because everybody thinks that I talked to Bob.
No, I didn't.
This is not fair.
I
didn't say you said it. Everybody's peppering me and saying, "What did you do? Did you touch the cup? Did you talk to Bob?" I didn't do any of that. I have put myself. Even though I don't believe in jinxes, I have put myself.
The jinx are the mush always believes.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe I'm a jinx, a mush, a hex, any of that stuff. I don't believe in that stuff, and neither do the Panthers. But everybody yesterday is mad at me, and you can't just accept the fact that the Panthers got their ass kicked. Tobin had to do something.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
I was right.
And now here's what I'm really mad at: you.
What?
Wow.
Yeah,
you.
Wait. I was right.
What'd you do?
81.
Wayne Newton.
Yeah.
He looked
my
good.
God.
Yeah.
Not looking jet black hair though. Still.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Jet black hair, orange skin. You know.
Now, back to what?
Yeah.
The hell are you mad at me for?
You know, somebody yesterday goes on Twitter, goes, well, maybe we should do reverse Bob jinx and we should have Tobin talk to Bob. No, you don't get to use me now. I'm not doing it. You don't get to use me now for the forces of because I can't win.
Hold on. Listen, you jackass. The facts have changed.
What?
Okay. If we have our previous facts have shown evidence, you interviewed Bob, then he damn near lost his job. Okay. So we leave that alone. We don't want to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Once he goes into another little funk, maybe he needs some comfort food.
What?
Maybe he need old toes.
I'm not comfort food.
Cheering up. Yes, you are.
No, you don't call me a Cinnabon. I'm not out here trying to make anybody feel better.
Why'd you go there?
I love a Cinnabon. Like, if you think of comfort food, wouldn't you want to just go to the mall and get some
No!
Oh,
Nobody wants a big old fat sugary bread bun.
Why not?
I wouldn't say
means,
nobody
Like, you don't have to go
wants it.
somewhere so far to get it.
That's true. They are very
I don't like
obscure places.
I don't like it. Oh, now Dade South. What does he text? He's putting exonerated for me. He has freed me. So now I'm allowed to go to Sunrise, apparently.
Hey, I'm telling you, that's how it has to be done. We had the facts. We looked at when you interviewed Bob, he went into the tank. Okay. We had a good run out of it. Okay. Now,
Time to switch some
we
mojo.
need you to go in there and
So now you want me to
so
reach out.
look, here's how it's going to work. You're going to go in there. You're going to talk to him. Get him to say focus, right? Get him to say all his key words that entertain us, right? And then hopefully the curse will be lifted.
Wow. This is
And
a
then we'll
brilliant
start
plan.
a new trend.
I don't like this.
And then you can go from mush to Lucky Charm.
I mean, I do like the sound of that.
Yeah.
However, I don't like the fact that I didn't believe in this stuff in the first place.
It's
and
not up to you. The mush never believes in the
I don't
mush.
understand this. You guys don't.
You never believe.
You guys didn't want me to take advantage of my friendship, and now all of a sudden you want me to call.
No.
You want me to pull
You-
the Bob card for
do
luck.
do you go talk to a pitcher when he gets a no hitter?
I don't care about that stuff. That's how Robbie.
Of course you don't.
That's how.
You're the mush.
That's how Robbie stole a no hitter from me.
Oh my goodness.
He was just honoring baseball.
Do you not?
He's not on the team.
He was really quiet and secretive over there in the corner.
He held it under his phone. He's watching it on the Bally Sports app.
Wow.
Huddled. Except
Yo,
the one guy who was at your party with you, who was there early. He was watching. He let him know.
Right.
He goes, "Oh, we're watching." You know, but then when I arrived, nobody told me. Look,
It's a good move.
the Panthers are going to be fine. The series hasn't even started yet. Okay, no
Hey.
road team has won. And let me tell you something, Leroy.
But just in case,
What?
set it up.
What?
Dude,
You
we
want to
can't
fight
risk
it right
it.
now, but
We
just,
can't-
you know deep down inside you're
No,
We
no,
can't
no,
risk
no,
it.
This.
I don't like this, Your
We
Honor.
can't
We're
risk
really
it.
excited
Here
for
she
this.
goes.
We can't risk it.
What do you mean we can't risk it?
We can't risk it.
They're gonna be
Once
fine.
we have identified that there's an issue, you got to go back.
This isn't even the worst situation they've been in the playoffs.
You got to go back in though.
They're
Yeah,
fine.
we don't want it to get worse, so we got to use all of our tactics to fix the ship. Come on, what are you doing? Take one for the team. Go talk to Bob.
I don't even know he's busy. Like, what do you mean? So I just got to say,
He ain't busy. He just gave up 7 goals.
no, he didn't. He was pulled.
Oh, okay. Well, that was Lion King at the end there.
Well, Lion gave up 3 and Bob gave up 4,
Jesus, gosh.
Wow, we almost got a double 4
which
goals.
should probably tell you maybe not on the goalies.
You know what? You're right.
again. We feel that these last 2 games, without you talking to Bob, that maybe he might be a little hurt and offended that he
This
would
is
only talk to
ridiculous.
you and you said no. So now you got to go in and soothe him. Listen, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Mm.
What are you willing to do to bring a Stanley Cup to South Florida?
Yeah, Tobin, what do you
I
willing
was
to do?
willing to stay away.
Not was,
Mm,
not was,
now.
right now.
Put it on the line, Tobin.
What are you willing to do?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're out of
No,
this
no,
thing.
no, no.
They don't need
No,
me.
that's not-
Okay.
That's
They
not,
don't
no,
need me.
No.
Mhm.
Then you're saying you're not willing to do anything.
I'm saying I
No,
have
no.
Wow.
The guy who's Mr. South Florida Sports,
No.
who has-
Nice try.
who carries
Nice
petty,
try.
who carries petty
Here's how it's gonna
throughout
go.
all of sports.
No.
Miami football, Canes football, Heat basketball, and Panther hockey.
So let's just say,
Even the Marlins.
let's say theoretically I could land an interview with him tomorrow, which I don't know that I could. Let's just say theoretically I could get an interview with him tomorrow. Okay.
Mhm.
And then he gives up 4 goals again.
Nope.
Then it's like I killed
No.
all momentum and chances for a bounce back.
No. Once you go in to try to reverse this, if it doesn't work, then that means that your powers weren't strong enough. That
This is not a win-win.
no, it is.
No,
But
that's
you
true.
gotta
That's
try.
true.
This
He
is
just
a
followed
You
us.
gotta try.
No, this is true.
It's not a lose-lose.
No,
I
you just
promise
want,
you.
you
I
want
promise you
more
this.
to hang over my head.
No.
You don't
I
care about the
promise you.
Stanley Cup. You
Here.
care about humiliating Tobin.
No, I promise you this.
Wow.
I promise you this.
Accusations.
Right hand,
Pretty bold.
right? Hold on.
What are you swearing on? An orange?
Swear to tell truth, whole truth,
Yep.
nothing but truth.
Oh,
All
there
right.
is an orange.
All right.
Okay, hold on.
So
Wait.
help me,
You didn't-
sports gods.
You didn't raise
I
any
do.
hand. You're just holding a phone,
All right.
which I don't know why you're praying on a phone.
Because I can.
He's
pull
got
up
the Bible
There's
app.
a Bible there.
There's a
yeah.
Bible app
No,
there.
you need to do it on a photo of Bob.
Oh yeah.
We don't
Google,
have one.
Google that.
Well, that's a tough. We got to go to
Let's
break.
print it out.
Yeah. No. So listen, I will not hold any of the future results. I will not hold Tobin responsible
Sure you won't.
because we have asked him to go in and shake this curse. Okay. We thought, and it was proven
I don't like this.
with stats and facts that the last time you interviewed Bob.
I don't think I have to do anything. I don't think so. I think the Panthers are going to bounce back.
No.
I think they're
that's
gonna bounce back.
not what.
If I believe, here, let me give you a counterpoint. If I believe they're going to bounce back, why shake anything up just because of a couple of games where they gave up a lot of goals? I don't think I need to.
Well, that's what we did before when we tried to keep you away from Bob. Because you interviewed him.
I don't
and
believe either has an effect. Now I'm going to ride with our choice, like a bunch of teammates. Go to break there, Sergei Frogrovsky.
Wow. That's pretty good though.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Muchas gracias.
W
It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Eric Reed's going to join us in about 10 minutes. We will talk a little NBA Finals with the Heat legend.
How about that? PGA Tour.
Yeah, there's some breaking news going on.
Let me tell you why. Here's how it works.
Well, should we?
Wait, what's the news?
Say what the story is
Can I
first.
get the news?
PGA
All right.
Tour agrees to merge with Saudi-backed rival LIV Golf.
Whoa!
So you can read into this a number of ways.
The beef is over.
There's a golf company, and I'll tell you a old golf story. There's a golf company named Adams Golf, years ago. TaylorMade started doing some things with their clubs that Adams was doing with theirs, which is probably illegal. Adams Golf sued TaylorMade. So TaylorMade bought Adams Golf. So now all of your technology is probably in TaylorMade, but it comes from Adams Golf.
Okay.
Right. They use similar technology. I'm guessing with all those lawsuits going on back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and some of the PGA Tour players saying that if it wasn't for LIV, we wouldn't be getting all this money, it made it really hard for the PGA Tour to sue these guys or keep them out of the golf world rankings. And so,
Well, it probably doesn't help that Brooks Koepka's.
It doesn't help that Brooks Koepka
Koepka's
and
lighting
two
it up.
other LIV golfers went top 5 of the last 2 majors.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna brag and say you have the best golfers in the world, or the best golfers in the world play here,
Which is what, like, the first thing you were like, well, a lot of these guys who were going were kind of down on them.
They were, but here's the deal. Unlike any other profession, PGA Tour, if you don't make the cut, you don't get a check.
Mm-hmm.
But you still pay the same amount of money to go from venue to venue.
I am curious what this means, though, for that. Like, all these details.
Here's the only reason why it happened was this reason. You're starting to get into issues with other events, like the Ryder Cup, the President's Cup, because a lot of these players, some of the best players in the world, aren't qualifying for these. And what it does is it costs the tour and the DP tour and all these other tours money if they've kicked out the best golfers.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that, look, golf world rankings are given to about 5 tours around the world. The Asian tour, everybody gets golf world rankings. That's why a lot of times you see Korean golfers or Asian golfers playing in these big events, because they qualify via world ranking. You're gonna be hard pressed to say we accept all of these other tours and these guys can go and play as they want with this tour, but not your tour.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, it looked. I don't think I'm that surprised by it. I just think that based, I know based on the reaction early from like guys like Rory McIlroy, but like when you see these LIV golfers having success on your tour in the biggest events, like, it was kind of inevitable.
It's kind of hard. You're kind of hard pressed to say that they're doing a money grab.
Phil Mickelson tweeted, "Awesome day today" with a smiley face.
Yeah,
he's
like in fact, here you have to understand. For years, Greg Norman has been fighting for these increases in purses. For years, he's been fighting for the top golfers in the world to be able to get these appearance fees, right? And they no. Now they got backed into a corner, and guess what they did? The thing that the tour's been asking for years. That's why none of the players are upset, because they have been fighting for the increase in purses with all this money that the PGA Tour was making.
We'll get more into it on the other side a little bit later next hour. But Eric Reed, voice of the Miami Heat, he's going to join us next. Talk a little NBA Finals with Eric.
No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 o'clock here. Got a little damage is done, my friend. Coming up later on in the program. If you guys are just tuning in, big news. I love giving breaking news and shocking somebody who really cares about it, like Leroy Horde. Feel like if he gave me some news like about like John Jones or something like that.
Does he have news?
No, he doesn't.
No, okay.
No, we're still waiting on that.
I think it's pretty interesting how these things work out, because one of the things I hate about the world we live in now is that a conversation could have accomplished all these things without a lawsuit or without all the bitterness or whatever. Because it started out, when it first started, people were really upset at the players that went to LIV. Then as time went on, they start thanking the players that went to LIV, because now they're making more money. So at some point, you got to make up your damn mind.
Right.
Are you happy or not? Because if there was no LIV, you'd still be playing tournaments for 5-10 million instead of 20 million.
For sure. Well, enough of that talk. Let's go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop over 1,500 Toyotas. Shop hundreds of Toyotas, indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. And this man is the OG, the voice of your Miami Heat, Eric Reed, who you guys can catch on Bally Sports Sun, giving you post-game coverage locally after every one of these NBA Finals games. Go check that on out. Eric, kind enough to join us here as the Miami Heat evened up the NBA Finals at game apiece. Eric, thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. And I know that you cannot be surprised the tenacity of this team to go out there and win in Denver and have this NBA Finals all even at one apiece coming back here on Wednesday.
Tobin, Leroy, and crew, great to be with you. Great to be watching Heat basketball in June in the NBA Finals again. This never gets old. Yeah, if you're surprised still now, that's proof you have not been watching. This is such a mentally tough, physically strong, emotionally well-kept team. Look how many comebacks. 7 wins after trailing by double figures. How many times they down in the fourth. And I said this on our last post-game show. You're starting to see championship qualities emerge in this team. If all you did was watch Game 7 at Boston in the conference finals after the way they lost Game 6, they dominated Game 7, at TD Garden, and then the comeback in Denver, and give Denver not only their first loss at home in the playoffs, but their first loss, with a lead going into the fourth quarter. They were 9-0 in that stat before that game. So, listen, I think we could be in for a long, hard-fought series. That's what I'm expecting. But the Heat are in great shape. I think they're the better defensive team. I think they're the deeper team. I think right now they look like the more disciplined and hungrier team, but we're still early in the series.
Eric, I think some of the things that you explained about this Heat team, we've all had to be that way this year. I mean, holy smokes. I mean, you have to watch this Heat team and go, don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm going to hang in there, but whoo. And they just, they all stayed patient. Spo continued to say, hey, we got some things working here. Jimmy wasn't panicked. Nobody was panicked. And now we're here. And I'm still like, all right, I understand. But it's like, wow, I've never seen anything like this.
Nobody has, Leroy. This has been one of the most unique and improbable playoff runs, not in Heat history, in the history of the league. I mean, it's incredible what we're watching. Listen, by Heat standards, this was an extraordinarily frustrating season with 44 wins and the up and down nature of it, the total inconsistency of it. But, I think people are reading it wrong in this regard. People are looking at the Heat now and saying, hey, the regular season doesn't mean anything. It means a lot, but, I think not in the way that we all measure it by, the amount of regular season wins you have. So, that's one way to measure it. Another way, look at all the close games, the winning habits built, the adversity overcome. That's what was meaningful for the Heat this year. It steeled them together. they're used to playing in close games. Look how good they've been. They've been so much better than Milwaukee and Boston in the fourth quarters. And, we saw what they did in the fourth quarter the other night at Denver, a 36-point fourth quarter, one of the great fourth quarters in NBA Finals history, guys. It was extraordinary to be down 8 and then get that Duncan Robinson blitz of points in the first 2 minutes of the quarter and hold on and win. So it's an incredible story. No team has won an NBA title, by the way, with 44 wins, as little as 44 wins since the 1978 Washington Bullets. So it's historic what we're watching, and it's joyful, man. I know it's stressful when you get this deep. Every possession means so much because this is joyful. Right now, there's a burden of hope and expectation, but up until this point, Miami made it this far without carrying that suitcase full of expectations about being here. This is totally improbable and unexpected, except by the 17 guys in that locker room, the coaching staff, and the whole basketball staff in Miami. This is what they are built for. This is really what Heat culture is all about. And listen, we're still right in the thick of it. It's a proud time for the organization, for our fan base. And you start with the ownership of the Harrison family, the leadership of Pat Riley for close to 30 years. We are all enjoying, one of the most successful franchises in professional sports. Think about it, 7 trips to the finals since 2006. Nobody else has made that many.
Eric, I'm curious, you've been obviously around Spo forever. He's usually, and especially during the regular season, is just cool, never overreacts to anything. But I've found him in this playoffs to almost have like an edge to him. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just he knows the difficulty of this, if he is, blocking out the noise from everybody that counted this team out. But I'm like, you think back to after game 6, he was ready to go immediately right afterwards. You think after this game where he doesn't want their strategy just broken down, simplicity, drop us off in parachutes. What have you made of just, I guess, the persona of Erik Spoelstra in this playoff run? It feels like a guy who's had more of an edge to him.
I think Tobin, great points, but I think he's so composed, whether it's after a win or after a loss, the poise. Listen, I really believe in this cliche. A team reflects the personality of its head coach. I think it throughout all sports. And, his defiance, his confidence, his grittiness and perseverance, and his basketball IQ and always figuring out a way. How many times have we heard him say over the years, we have enough? Listen, there are coaches around the league who'll tell you, yeah, we played 5 games in 7 nights and we're missing this guy or that guy. With Spo and the Heat, there's never an excuse. There's only an opportunity to get better and figure out how we can win the next game. So he's a tremendous coach. I think the illumination on him as a coach and the Heat as a franchise and that Heat culture has been illuminated in such a clear way, maybe the most clear way that it's ever been illuminated right now with this cast led by this star player in Jimmy Butler, who's become one of the great players in Heat history, doing it at the most important time. And Bam Adebayo's having a great playoff and a great final so far. And the list goes on. Every night, other guys step up. Gabe and Duncan and Max and how about Spo's move going back with Kevin Love? There are a lot of people feel like that move won that game. Miami took Love out of the starting lineup in the Boston series when it wasn't working. And after game 1 of the finals, Spo realized Love was needed. And you saw how different Miami looked. First of all, Martin was under the weather with migraine. Last game, but putting Love back in there, you saw the rebounding, those snappy outlets into the front court that get the Heat into a faster tempo. So a million different coaching moves along the way, but Spo and his team are in the midst of an incredible journey.
Getting back to Bam Adebayo, Eric, he's got, Spo said after the game, maybe the toughest task in the NBA right now, going up against Joker, but what have been the things that have stood out to you so far in these first couple of games with him in that matchup?
Aggressive, not hesitant, yes. Sure of what he wants to do. And, listen, looks like they're giving him the best shots in his arsenal. He was with Giannis they were the 2 best paint scorers in the NBA this year. He gets around that dotted line, you know what he's ready to do, sign and score. So he's getting a steady dose of those shots, and he's making a lot of them. His defense is always exceptional. He's not the passer that Jokic is, but then again, nobody is. But he's a very good high post passer, and you see in all those backdoor cuts by Duncan Robinson. The Heat's playing as a team. Bam Adebayo, such an integral, important part of the team, and I'm really, really happy for him that he's having this kind of postseason and off to this kind of start in the playoffs. In terms of Jokic, guys, it's an impossible cover. It really is. You're going to give up something to him whether you want to or not. But listen, it's been proven out. I felt this way before the series, and I think I'm more convinced of it now. You can live with him getting 40-plus points. Look, they're 0-3 in the playoffs when he scores 40 or more. It's like those 14 assists in game 1, because that means he has gotten Murray and Gordon and Porter and maybe KCP going. If you can keep the assist total down, and Miami was able to do that, 4 assists for Jokic and 5 turnovers in game 2, that appears to be the way to go. How Miami does it, disguising their doubles, timing their double teams well, and using them judiciously. Because, most guys you could disrupt with a double. Him, he's going to pick you apart. The zone defense has worked. They withstood 41 points by Jokic in game 2, including 18 in the third quarter, and they still won the game. So the defensive chess game that Spo is playing going to be intriguing as we watch the series and the strategy change and shift from one game to the next.
Erik, if you had to go to one stat after tomorrow's game, it would be Jokic assists, right? That would be the telling stat of the game, not necessarily the points or the rebounds, but if he's below 10 assists, then that means the Heat are doing what they need to do.
I agree with that, Leroy. Listen, I don't have the stat off the top of my head. It's been out there. 6 assists or less, they do not have a good record. He's so gifted. No matter what you do against him, listen, we're the last team to get a chance to try to figure out how to defend him. Nobody's been able to do that for the last 3 years. But I agree. I think his assist total it merits watching, because, that's what makes Denver so difficult to beat. When Jokic gets everybody else involved, he's going to get his no matter what you do.
Erik, a couple more before we get you out of here. It seems like there's a new report on Tyler Herro every other day. He was maybe going to be there for game 2. Now they're saying he's still dealing with hand soreness. What, if he is able to come back, what do you think he could provide for this? Or do you think it's a tough ask at this highest stakes for Tyler Herro to provide anything after that much time off?
Well, listen, I was not in Denver, so I'm just giving you my opinion, not facts on it. I think even if he was 100% ready and healthy right now, it is tough to insert a guy back after he's been out for 7 weeks to this moving train, now that you're in the finals and things are going so well. It's tough. I would just trust Coach Spoelstra on when the right time and place was to bring him back. But my guess, this is a distraction for the media right now. I don't see it. I don't think, reading between the lines of what Tyler has been quoted as saying, that he's still got soreness on his follow through. The injury is probably still healing. And even Tyler admitted he doesn't want to upset the chemistry of this team that's so hot right now. So let's leave this to Coach Spo. But I'm going to go on record by saying I would be a little bit surprised to see Tyler Herro return in the series. It could happen. I'm not sure that it will happen.
Before we get chatted, go ahead, Marcos. What do you got for Erik before we get out of here?
Erik, quick question. I know this was the NBA Finals the national media didn't want, but this is business as usual down here, and the city is buzzing. I'm just curious, because I miss hearing kabooms and seeing, and hearing your voice as the Miami Heat succeed in the NBA Finals. Is there a number that someone could throw your way where you could go to someone's private party and do a play-by-play live? Is there a specific number that we can get you out here calling the game, and we'll just put the game on mute?
You must be eavesdropping on Crowdy and I. Do you know that we do first of all, I've learned this over my 35 years with the Heat. There's only one downside to the wonderful job I have. And that's, the way the rules are now in the league. Or in the 90s, you could go all the way through to the conference finals and still do local TV. Under the current rules of the NBA TV contracts, local TV is done after one round. So think about it. You don't get to do what you do in the most important game your team is going to play, but you live with it because, there might be a time or two in life where it's okay to be selfish. This sure as heck is not the time. So I'm always happy for my team when we get this far. I'm happy that my team carves out a role for me in the playoffs. And right now that role is hosting the post-game shows home and away. But for every game, and this is something a lot of people know and a lot of folks don't know, since the late 90s, I have been doing I'll call it a fake broadcast of all of these playoff games that gets recorded and used for our Heat archives and now for social media. And it's weird how much I enjoy doing it, even though
awesome.
you may hear a soundbite or two. I don't care how it's used. I'm so happy that the Heat have asked me to do this because in a real way, I don't feel like I've been cheated out of calling these games. You're not hearing it, but I'm doing it. And Crowdy and I always joke that we should be out during the week between games selling subscriptions to this.
I agree.
Hey, I'd buy that.
Guys, listen, we're in the Fox Sports studio in an office with like desk lamps and,
Nice.
we did it during the pandemic that way. And we're doing these finals games on the road that way. And I told Crowdy this. I said, John, the minute we start doing it, you're going to forget that it's not real. So we treat it like it's real. We enjoy it like it's real. And you get to hear a soundbite here and there. But we're having fun doing it. And we have a blast on the post-game shows with John Crowdy and Coach Rothstein and Jeremy Taché and Jackson Amy. It's a good show after each and every one of these playoff games.
Well, we love hearing it, Eric, and especially I think as we've noticed nationally, we definitely love that local flair with how it's been treated around the country. Everybody catching on late to the Heat. So go catch Eric and the crew there on Bally Sports Sun after every one of these NBA Finals games. Game 3 tomorrow night at the Kaseya Center. Eric, we always appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Eric.
Hey, appreciate you guys too. And never mind what the national media wanted. The TV ratings have been great, and let them keep talking about how the other team, failed rather than how the Heat are succeeding. But I think overall people are catching on. We've got some friends out there in the national media as a franchise. Kendrick Perkins, I put him right at the top of the list. Shaq, Stan Van Gundy, Mike Breen and Jeff Van Gundy. People that watch with intelligence understand how special it is what the Heat are doing and trying to get done. Guys, enjoy the rest of the series. Tobin, I'll see you at Media Day and at Game 3.
Definitely, Eric. Take care. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Eric.
We'll take a quick break. Hour 2 of the program coming up next. Tua Tagovailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program is Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. It's raining out.
Oh my God.
It's a monsoon out right now, dude. I'm very scared. Our building is leaking.
It is again?
It's
over there.
raining all
no.
over the other side.
Yeah.
But they didn't fix the AC yet. How can they fix the roof?
Actually,
It is
it's
better in here.
freezing in here.
Yeah, they
Oh,
fixed
it's
it. They
freezing?
fixed it in here.
Nice.
It's
Oh,
beautiful
yes.
now.
Poor
Yeah, it's
Tobin
really nice in
yesterday.
here now.
It was 81 degrees in
Better
there.
in here than it does outside.
Yeah, it's it's getting crazy out there for sure.
All right.
JF goes, "Hey, it's raining in here." I'm like, "Fill out a ticket."
Thanks to Eric Reed for stopping by the show.
He's one of my favorite. He's
Oh,
one
he's
of
the
my
best.
favorite people. You could always have
Yeah.
a conversation with him.
Yeah, he's great. I love everybody there on the Heat broadcast, but he is, talking to him, he's seen it all. He literally has seen it all. So it's really cool. This has to be such an experience for him right now. By the way, coming up, we'll talk a little bit more Heat. We're going to get somebody who was boots on the ground in Denver.
Who?
Javi the Heat fan.
Keep
it going! Javi the Heat fan, the guy who was in, everybody remembers him from 3 Denver games ago when the Heat were getting smoked. And he got to be there to watch his Heat win in Denver and take over the Ball Arena. So he's going to join us in the 12 o'clock hour today. But let's get a weather update, Leroy. It's not great right now.
All right.
Brought to us by the Demesden and Dover law firm, youraccidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Let's see if I can figure this out.
All right.
Rain's going like this. Winds out of the west. It's raining hard. It's not even raining hard. It's just constant rain.
I would consider that hard rain.
That's not hard rain.
I would consider it hard. It's going sideways, dude.
It's
It's not blinding.
That's what I was
It's
doing. I was
diagonal.
figuring out the angle.
All right.
Figuring out the angle.
That is the angle.
Yes.
He's a weatherman, Tobin.
It's not-
Let him do
Sorry,
his
It's
weather.
not straight down.
You're right.
But I will say this. Be careful out there. It's
Oh, yeah.
raining like crazy.
This is when people
Even though
lose
it's
it.
not torrential downpour.
Mhm.
It's just a constant, miserable rain,
It's true.
which never does. Look, I'm looking around, looking at some parking lots. It's been raining for 2 minutes and it's flooding
You're
both
done.
in this building and in the parking lot.
Might need a canoe to get out of the Citadel today.
Oh my
Yikes.
goodness.
Yeah.
It's
So,
actually been flooding so
I
much
would
that
say
there's so much
this.
things on the ground.
If you're prone to flooding,
Yeah.
anywhere east of 95, soon as you can get the hell away from here, get away from here. Otherwise, you're gonna get stuck and have to have somebody come get you. Like I had to go get fines the last time it rained like that.
Right.
Seems like he's lashing out.
I mean, well, listen, not everybody loves it like you, frog boy.
Okay.
Could
Taking
you
shots on the way out.
It's pouring, it's raining, and you look outside, and the frog family is outside playing in the water.
All
Yep.
right.
On their lily pads.
How did this
On their
happen?
lily,
I don't
lily
know how this
pad.
happened.
Anyway,
So is your second home in the Everglades?
Still working on it. Got to save up for that.
That's-
I'm still on 441 in
Do
the
you have an
puddle.
airboat?
I don't. I do not.
You don't need an airboat.
Do you live near one?
No,
all
but
do.
I do live by a very flooded area, so I do imagine by the time I get home there will be.
That's
some
what's
humping
amazing.
frogs.
I don't understand. The most important thing is not buildings. The most important thing here in South Florida is drainage and flooding. Let's do
Yep.
something about that. All the money we have, we still haven't figured out the flooding.
well, you know,
There's an ocean right there. Send the water there.
they'll get to it.
Or didn't they say we're losing water level? The water level's dropping.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but funnel all this water over there.
When you say drop it, you mean we're losing water, like so we're not going underwater,
Where's it going?
or we're going?
I don't
underwater?
know. No, like
Mm.
we're losing the, like they said, all the water levels are dropping.
I thought it was
Or
rising.
Ah,
is it rising because of the melting snow?
maybe the
cap?
polar bears
Yep,
are doing
yep, yep.
cannonballs.
What?
Dude,
Well, I just
you
He
never
learned that in the Discovery Channel.
-1.
you never cease to amaze.
What do you mean?
We can always count on you from one dumb statement.
Why is that dumb?
That's stupid.
Well, how else would they get the water out? Like, it doesn't make sense. If the polar caps are melting, the only way that water could come out is if a polar bear was doing cannonballs. Ever think about that? Or emperor penguins.
Oh, those are big.
Speaking of penguins, did some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Probably don't know how I'm going there from this, huh?
I do. I
Jalen
do.
Waddle.
Day one of mini camp.
Wow, yeah, very good,
nice.
dude. Very good.
Waddle.
Waddle, baby. Waddle, baby. Waddle, baby.
Come
Waddle.
on. We've been doing this for a while.
Did you guys see the report that came out yesterday or over the
somebody
weekend?
ran fast?
No, dude. No,
No, you don't
no,
need to
way
report
better
that
than that.
anymore.
Way better than that. This is gooses galore. So
No, I'll be the judge. Your gooses are way too.
that's
loose.
not true. That's no.
You
I don't have loose goose. I don't
Dude.
have least geese.
You.
Huh?
Excuse me.
The least geese?
Anyway,
All right.
Marcos, I'm glad
Yes.
you're back. You can
Thank you.
appreciate this.
All right.
You know,
That means Leroy's going to hate it.
Sports Illustrated reported.
Ooh.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. It wasn't Sports Illustrated. ESPN.
Oh.
ESPN. Excuse me.
Yeah.
They reported that last week during OTAs,
Mm-hmm.
JFig, when things weren't going well,
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Tua
Mm-hmm.
stopped practice
Oh
Wow.
and reprimanded the offense
Whoa!
using his voice to get everybody going in the right direction.
Daddy loves you
How
guys.
about that, dude?
Damn.
A
leader.
A leader,
Not
dude.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Uno.
Mm-hmm.
Assertive.
Oos.
in May.
The oos is loose.
In May.
What?
In May.
What's wrong? Got to get everybody in the right direction, dude. It's not vacation mode anymore.
That's true.
If you thought you were coming to OTAs for a vacation, wrong. Wrong.
That's right.
We're implementing an offense right now, dude.
If somebody ever yelled at me like that during OTAs, I'm leaving.
Nah, not
It's
to Tua.
free work.
No,
Come on.
because you know if Tua yelled, you knew that he meant it. Because otherwise, it's usually like he's so nice.
He didn't yell.
Oh, that's wrong,
Oh,
dude.
He did
Wrong,
yell.
dude. Wrong.
Daddy loves you guys.
Wrong.
Really,
Wrong.
dude? Can I just say this?
The word is
Hold on. I'm gonna give you what the word is.
All right.
We have two teams in finals to win championships. Nobody gives a rat's ass
Wrong.
what's going on a Tuesday at Dolphins camp.
This was last week. I don't know what's happening today. You want to know what I bet happens? I bet that everybody's ass is in gear because Tua made sure
No, because
last
you
week.
have to be
right.
here.
Yeah, but I'm sure like no one's going to be lagging behind. You want to know why?
Mhm.
Because Tua started the trend last week in OTAs.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Dude,
Growing a lot with the deep balls, huh?
Exactly, Tua.
Mhm.
dude,
Mhm.
can we just what are we doing?
Leader.
Yep.
He's
OT
growing.
Yep.
So-
he's growing,
So
dude.
let me ask you this.
You know what he is? He's a savvy vet.
Oos.
Dude, can I just tell you?
More like caboose. You know what
You
Oh,
be-
give
you-
Lowry a run for his money.
You'll be the first one
What do you mean?
to say how it didn't matter during the season.
What do you mean?
Just what I
Why
said.
wouldn't I? Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Because you're a prisoner of the moment.
I'm not a
And
prisoner.
if
of the
something
moment.
goes wrong, you go, dude, I thought we took care of this leadership stuff and
No, I already knew Tua was a leader, but like he's becoming even more vocal, which I love.
Mm.
You know,
You know what that is? Confidence and comfort.
right?
Can I also say this?
Yeah.
I know y'all don't want to hear this. Sometimes it's a show. Sometimes the coach
Hmm?
will go over to the quarterback
Don't do it, Leroy.
and say,
Don't do it.
get you guys in line.
Maybe that did happen.
Right.
But you want to know something?
Hold on. Because the coach has a pulse of what's going on, and he doesn't always want to be the face of it, the voice of it.
Mhm.
He
Mhm.
wants the team to be able to handle some of these things up. So he may go to either Tyreek or in this case Tua and say, hey, you're slacking.
Nick T says Tobin reporting something from a week ago. Yeah, I said that. Thanks for listening, Nick.
Yikes, Nick.
Dumb. I'm sorry. I was covering something called the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Final.
Heard of
Sorry, Nick.
Which was my point exactly.
Well, I thought that now
Oh
is the
my
appropriate
goodness.
day.
Did I not? Hold on.
Mm.
Did I not just make that point right
Yeah,
when
but
we
it's an off day.
started this.
It's an off day.
Then why you say
an off day.
no, and then 5 minutes later you go to the
I don't
same
like
thing?
-1 to Nick for
You're the
sass.
worst.
Yeah,
No,
true.
-1 to you.
No, -1 to you.
No,
for sass.
-1 for
Are you Nick?
tailgating.
Are you Nick?
-1 for tailgating.
I don't
-1.
I don't have a
I know.
for tailgating.
We should get one for tailgating. I'll see if I see Mike Vimonte at the
cool.
game.
Because
Yeah,
you
we should
basically
do
took my same words
Mm-hmm.
and then used them 5 minutes later.
No, no,
Yo, no, my ass.
No.
No.
Dude,
Yes,
I gotta
yes,
tell you
yes.
something. You're like, I can tell why you came in not hungry today because you had a big old helping from mashed potatoes when you walked into that.
For lashing out.
And yet he's still on the munchies.
Mm-hmm. It's breakfast though. He probably had some lash browns.
Wait, we haven't seen you in a week, and you just all in on me?
Whoa!
You haven't seen me in like since Thursday.
Whoa! What's today? I don't even know. How many
It ain't
days
a
is that?
week.
Carry the one.
5 days.
Whoa!
I know you missed me.
It's a
It's
work week.
5 work days. It's a work week.
Mm.
No, it wasn't.
You know why she was waiting for the AC
You
to get
haven't
fixed?
seen me in work days. It's been like 2.
No, I mean total days. It's the equivalent to 1 work week.
You know, I know Leroy missed me. He called me on Saturday.
Did he really?
He did.
Wow.
Yeah, we spoke.
What did you guys talk about, Tua?
Chit chat.
His toilet.
He never calls me.
Wait a minute. So I called Marcos, your guy, to give my hot take.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
He ain't gonna agree with me.
No, it's good. It's good stuff. I agree with whoever's on the phone. I just want someone to talk to.
I just want to not talk to a baby.
Please love me.
You ever think that you and Tua will go to like a daddy and me class?
I was trying, that's what I was gonna say. Now that we're dads, I can kind of. Okay.
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
You know when Tobin couldn't climb that wall because he didn't have the frog shoes?
Yeah.
What do you put on?
I just go barefoot.
It's barefoot, dude.
It's the extra toe strength I got. No lie though, as soon as the baby was born, first thing I did was look at his toes.
How are they?
Normal, man. I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the webs don't grow until he's like 5.
I'm waiting on him. I was very disappointed.
Oh my goodness.
So you really don't like? You're not giving me anything on this?
No,
Why not?
dude.
If your answer is it's June, I'll be disappointed.
No. Here's why.
You already know that's his answer.
We've already heard Tua talk about wanting to be more impactful in that area.
Mhm.
So him saying something, you don't know how it originated. Him saying something, pretty much, he's the person that has to in those situations. Because keep in mind, OTAs, the coaches can't even be out there, right?
No, they can.
They can?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're thinking of like off-season workouts.
Right.
There's like phases now.
Right. I don't know. So, but to like get all excited about getting on somebody for not doing something in May,
I love it so much.
this is ridiculous.
Nah, it's not ridiculous.
You gotta
You're
listen.
ridiculous.
First of all, don't overdo it because you're gonna get burnt out. Like there's gonna have real things that should excite you, and you're gonna be numb because you got
You're right.
excited
No, listen,
about dumb
TNP,
stuff.
TNP, you're right. TNP.
I'm a place.
Exactly, dude. You're catching up.
That was good. I was trying to figure it out.
Or it was toilet paper.
That was like toilet and paper.
All right. Go to right there to a Tagovailoa.
No, hold on. That is a
Point for Tobin.
Welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you. God damn it, just done, my friend, coming up a little later on. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch.
Who?
Damage is done, my friends.
Damage is done, my friend. I thought. Hello, little girl. I would like some lemonade. $5. Nope. Wow. Price gouging.
I didn't know what you were doing.
Cup of lemonade.
Yeah, I know. I was very confused and uncomfortable.
You're talking about the
commercial.
You're talking about the commercial on FS1 right now.
Yeah.
We're watching the final days of Undisputed, Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless.
Yep.
Thought J-Fig had lemonade.
You think they're gonna dap up on the way out, or Skip?
Nope.
Skip. Or Shannon just go get up and say, "About time."
There was a couple reports yesterday for the Heat that came out. Tyler Herro, we talked about the report about him dealing with soreness, and Eric Reed was saying, like, even Eric thinks like that's a tough ask. I don't know. It's starting to seem more unlikely that he is going to come back. Anthony Chiang reported yesterday that Tyler Herro still has hurdles to clear before he can return. So the sports leader who was spoken to Herro was skeptical of the network reported timeline that was talking like game 3, game 2 comeback. That source said that the expectation that Herro will definitely return during the finals was a bit overstated, and that he still has a few hurdles to clear, including receiving a little thing they like to call, Leroy, medical clearance.
Well, it's a moot point then if he doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Like, we can say what we want, how long it's been, or whatever. But injuries take a while to heal, and especially in your hand. Know why? Not a lot of blood flow.
You know something about that?
Yes. Makes it a little difficult.
Remember when you wanted to fix both at the same time?
Wow,
dude.
Wow.
Can I just tell you, the look that the doctor gave me when I said that, and the look he gave me after I got out of surgery, when I said thank you, I'm like, not only am I'm not getting them done at the same time, I'm not even getting the other one done.
Great. Not?
No.
You're done.
Done.
Not doing it.
No, because I can golf without this thumb. Can't golf without this stuff. Like, it's not a matter of. This is
strictly a golf surgery.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't use my hand.
You were willing to.
So I couldn't put it this way. I couldn't hold this bottle hard enough to unscrew it with this hand. Now this is my right hand, so it doesn't bother me as much.
Which one got fixed? The left?
The left one. But when I swing my golf club, right, I couldn't sit it up top because I had no strength. So I had to get that fixed, man. And listen, it's the only thing I do. It's the only thing I do. I don't go on fancy trips. I don't, just on Saturday and Sunday, health permitting, I get up and I go golf with my boys. That's it. That's the extent of my life. Come here and fight you every day.
Yeah. This was interesting, I thought. Woj came out with a report. It said, and this was, I'll take it loosely. I saw this on NBA Central, and sometimes they're a little bit willy-nilly. But it said Erik Spoelstra could command up to $20 million per year in his next contract, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. He has 1 year left on his deal. To which I would say, yeah, duh. Like, how? Like, there's nobody else that seems to be able to do this job as good as him. Like, what are the 3 coaches that everybody establishes as elite in this league? They're good coaches, but I think it's like Spo, Pop, Malone. Like, is that the list of a not good? Like, I'm talking like people actually saying that he's a difference maker.
Where was Malone before he was with? Wasn't he? Who was in Philly that called Jimmy James?
Oh, that was Bruce Brown. That's not this guy.
Bruce Brown.
Brett Brown. Sorry,
Brett Brown.
Brett Brown.
I'm like, wow. Bruce Brown, not to be confused with Christian Brown.
No.
Oh God. You mean DiVincenzo 2.0? I ain't sick of that guy, dude.
Yeah, Malone was with he was an assistant with Golden State before they blew up. Then he had the job in Sacramento. And then I think that was like one of Boogie's best years, and then he hightailed it out of there for Denver. Probably a smart move by him.
Oh yeah. Although Sacramento's pretty good.
Oh, now they are, yeah. But he was
you don't get to like see
he was in Sacramento 10 years ago.
I'm going to tell you one of the most important things that the Heat organization do. And I rival it to only one other sports franchise that we know of, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? If you look at the amount of coaches, the amount of GMs that they've had the most consistency of any other team in the NBA. And that's one of the reasons why they can build this culture. Because culture changes with coaches. All coaches have different philosophies.
Yeah. When I saw this yesterday, I was like, I don't think Spo's going anywhere. If anybody thought like somebody was going to just back up the Brinks truck for him. I think he just, first of all, look at the rest of these organizations. They're crazy. They're firing people in 2 years.
Right. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
like coaches of the year are getting fired.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Here's the problem.
He's not going anywhere else.
Here's the problem. The one trait of a bad organization and a bad fan base, and I'll say this about teams that I play for, the level of patience is unbelievably bad. That's the one trait you could go to for all these teams that all of a sudden, like, for example, you look at a team like who just fired their coach? Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Like, really? It was his fault that nobody could make a shot? Right?
Budenholzer, Monty Williams, two guys from who were in the finals 2 years
Monty
ago.
Williams is loved by every player in the NBA.
Yep.
Right? Now, he took the money grab because if you think your team wasn't patient with you, wait till you get into Detroit.
Oh, no, at least it's good for him that he got, what, 70 million?
Yeah, 78, and he's getting 13 million a year. He's currently the highest paid coach. So I'm thinking if he's getting 13 million, he's the highest paid, and Spo wants 20.
I definitely could say that Spo is worth 20. But
He deserves
I honestly have been telling it, like, this is, let me just put this out, pure speculation. I don't have sources. I'm just theorizing. I'm spitballing based on where people are at in their careers, age, what this year has felt like. I really feel like if the Heat win this thing, I really believe, and Taskadan, okay? It's an off day. Okay, Taskadan.
Gotcha.
I really feel like if the Heat win this thing,
He's going upstairs.
I think Riley's leaving. I think he's retiring finally. This is it. He said he wanted one build. I think this is finally. How could you paint it any better if you're Pat Riley? Okay. I think and I don't even know, like maybe Riley will, even if they don't win it, but I think for sure if they win it, speculating. I think Riley, done. I said, I'm tired. I'm ready. Done. Erik Spoelstra, put him to the big boy chair.
Whoa.
He's Godfather. Okay.
Whoa.
Chris Quinn is head coach.
Chris Quinn, huh?
Yep. That's what I think.
Wow.
That's what I think.
Already, though? He's still, like, young. I feel like he's young. He's not young. Is Erik Spoelstra?
Spo is young.
At least 40.
Who's
40,
is
right?
Spo young?
Yeah.
He's not as young as you think. He's just handsome.
That's what I was going to say. And he's so
Spo is
fit.
54.
There's a lot of push-ups. 54? Is he? Every time I look at him, I'm like, he's 40.
He's 52.
52.
52?
Yeah, okay.
I had
52.
no clue he was 50.
It looks good.
Looks good.
Wait, hold
I just
on.
feel like
Whoa.
Huh?
Let's think about this.
Yep.
Because this is what I love when people say I had no idea.
All right.
How long has Erik Spoelstra been the coach? 15 years?
15 years.
20 years.
Now, let me ask you this. How old did you think he was?
So my mom did this thing where she turned 40 for like 10 years in a row. So I think he's 40. Every time I look at him, he's like 42.
He started the coaching job when he was 25?
Did he not?
And he was a video guy before that?
Internship.
You know, like, you don't even make sense. That's my point.
No, it's true. It's true. It's true.
You say, I didn't know he was that old. Why? He been around here longer than any of us.
I just think, like, look, dude, like, I don't know. Like, if you had the year that they had just had, right?
This will go down. This will go down. If you're an outsider looking in, as one of the greatest coaching jobs in sports ever.
Right. The only thing that deters me from it is he's a competitive maniac and he loves it. And maybe he'll just never want to leave.
He likes the grind.
But if there's any part of him that this was like as exhausting here as all, and
this was his most exhausting. This was, dude. I tried to tell Eric this when we were on when we interviewed him. As a fan, as a Heat employee, as the play-by-play guy, whoever it is, this had to be the hardest season to watch just because, like, so long they were not very good.
Yeah. I just think that like also even the idea of like, man, could you what I mean, like if they're task at hand, but if they're able to pull this off, why are we looking at me? Because still 3-1, task at hand.
Pretty mature.
Right. I'm just, we're just stepping out of the, let's just have a little step out and trust tree. Task at hand. But
it's Tuesday. They don't play till tomorrow.
Exactly. So
what you have to do on the next break is make your appointment.
What do you mean?
To go get the mush off Bob.
I'm busy tomorrow.
No, here's what you do. I'm going to tell you what you do. You go there with a little cup of juice. You interview him. You give him the juice. That's the anti-venom. Right? You got bit by the mush or something, just clean you right up.
Nice. Apple juice, I heard.
Apple juice.
So it's like Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't like this. But anyway, task at hand.
Don't
I'm just
be a
saying,
mush.
like, if
Don't be a
you
mush.
pull
You
off
have to-
the greatest upset in sports history, what can be better than
This is not even the greatest. You think this is the greatest upset in sports history?
whatever? Basketball history. Whatever.
You think it's the greatest?
Dude.
Yep.
Shing shing.
What's that?
Semantic Samurai.
Oh.
You pull off one of the greatest upsets ever. Put your katanas away for a second and take me here. Come with me on this. You do this, the greatest coaching job of all time.
Yes.
Okay? How can you top that? You can't.
So you want him to pull an Elway?
Out on top. And not out. Just go up. Up on top.
I think Spo's thinking, man, that was fun. I want to do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
You think you want to do Hornets games again?
Wait, no.
That's a sick man. He's a sick man. if
Here's
that's the case.
here's all you need to know about where Spo is mentally this year. No! He just called the timeout like what? 12 seconds into the game.
I know where he's at. He's at where he's yelling at people. He goes, untrained eye.
Yep.
Parachutes. We'll do this right now.
Yeah,
He's threatening the league.
He was
Do
gonna
not
fight
find
Jimmy
me.
Butler.
No, that was 2 years ago.
Okay, massage gun
Oh,
mayhem.
that
No,
was-
don't forget, there's so much going on.
People were just realizing. Some people on Twitter are like, I can't believe the Dwayne Dedmon massage gun throw was this year.
Yeah,
It was.
I believe it, man.
Imagine how long it felt for Erik Spoelstra, the massage gun throw.
Wait, wasn't he on Philly's team?
Sure was.
He was.
Yeah.
Sure was. Didn't play much.
No, really?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
which is another testament to the coaching job that Spoelstra does, because every person that leaves here ends up just being terrible everywhere else.
I just feel like if you get this thing to the finish line, task at hand. But if you get this thing to the finish, line,
we were all tasked that you keep bringing up all the crazy stuff.
because I just task at hand.
Task
Just,
at hand. You gotta stay
we Still
focused.
got to get 3 wins. But like if they finish the job,
Uh-huh.
Riley for sure. Come on, right? Ride into the sunset.
Yeah.
Ride into the sunset.
He'll say, "I wanted to rebuild this one more time."
He did it. He said, "I
Yeah.
want to finish the build."
Right.
That's finishing the build. Who takes his job?
So
Hmm.
it's either gonna be Spo or Nick, right?
Yeah, but Nick's the boss. He runs all of it.
All of it.
What
Like I'm
about, does that mean that Zoe goes up and then Haslam takes a spot too? Or are we just like
that's right. Haslam's gone
are we
too.
reshuffling?
It's like a changing of the guard, dude.
Wow.
Enjoy these days is what I'm saying. Task at hand.
You should be doing that anyway.
I am, but I just felt like when I saw that report and I
my
was like,
friends don't enjoy it. My friends have season tickets. They don't enjoy the basketball.
oh, I'm enjoying the hell out of
All
it.
they do is complain.
But when I saw like, oh, Spo's got 1 year left on his deal, I'm like, what if he's not coaching? What if he takes the deal? He's got a young family, right? He got three young kids.
You got 3 kids now?
Yeah.
I thought you only had 2.
No, they have 3.
Ah.
3. Like, you want to get, imagine Spo, like he pulls this off. Is he that much of a maniac? Another year of doing back-to-backs in Detroit?
I think, don't you have to follow it up though?
You have to defend?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh man, I didn't think of that.
Because you have
true.
That's the old
to-
boxing theory.
You have to come back and then you groom Chris Quinn.
You don't think he's been grooming him?
I don't know. I see some of those conversations. It don't look like he's giving them the cheat codes.
What do you mean? you think he's holding out?
Holding out.
I mean, sometimes when I see him on the sidelines, it just looks like all I see is Coach Quinn nodding his head, yes. And Spo just,
Schmied and Schmolnick says, Tobin, you're wrong. A championship won't lead Spo to move on. It'll be Cody Zeller.
Well, wait, no, I'm not going to even go there. You know why? Hassan Whiteside didn't run him away.
It's very true. Michael Beasley's stints didn't run him away.
Michael Beasley. You make it through Michael Beasley and Hassan Whiteside.
Dion Waiters, too.
Dion Waiters.
Oh, the whole gummy thing.
Just make sure if you hand the Larry O'Brien trophy to Cody Zeller, you put it in bubble wrap so it doesn't get dented.
No, you got to put the clamps around his wrist. Like the pole and the clamps around his wrist so you don't drop it.
We get to our favorite Tuesday game coming up next. The damage is done, my friend.
Damage is done, my friend.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Time to get to our favorite Tuesday game. The damage is done, my friend.
The damage is done, my friend.
Go around the room, say what the damage has been done. You guys get the game, all right?
Yep.
I'll go first. The Panthers with yesterday's game, especially the officials.
Why are you blaming on officials?
Because I don't understand. How is it that Matthew Tkachuk has a hit, right, on Jack Eichel and lays him out? How does he get a 2-minute roughing penalty? Okay, fine. A little sensitive. 10-minute misconduct?
The hell is that?
What is that?
Never even heard of that.
What is that? And then, of course, Matthew Tkachuk comes back, scores a goal, and then gets ejected because, of course, because he's a malcontent. He's a pain in the ass.
I like it.
So he goes out there and he's like, you know what? This game, with 7-2, damage is done. I'm getting kicked out.
Damage is done.
I like it though. He did the same thing in the Boston series. Fought that goalie, even though we were getting our ass
Look,
whooped.
dude, the Panthers are winning this series. I don't know what to tell you guys. Don't worry about it. Anybody who's gutless right now on the Cats, you had a little too much fun in Las Vegas. It was very clear. All right, had the time off, a little rusty.
Yep.
They're going to get things tightened up. This Vegas team's not built for it, dude. All right, they're nothing but a bunch of show ponies. This Aiden Hill, this ain't going to last. All right, you know what happens when you get to a hill?
Yeah.
Do you think about the climb or do you just start climbing?
You just start climbing.
Exactly. That's what Miley said, dude. So you just got to get through it.
Sorry.
That's all you got to do.
I really hoped you didn't know about that
Was
song.
that really? Is
Yeah.
that what- Okay.
Always going to be an uphill battle, dude.
No.
Who wants it the easy way? All right. The Cats came. They clawed their way with their Panther claws all the way from 3-1 to get themselves to this point. You don't want to listen. At one point, the Florida Panther was on the brink of extinction. And you want to know what happened?
What happened?
We introduced a lot of horny cougars to the Florida Panther population, and we had it bounce back.
Yeah.
Panthers can go from extinct to endangered just like that. Dude.
Where in Boca?
Oh.
No, not those cougars.
Okay.
You can go from extinct to endangered just like that. Except here's the thing. What's endangered and what's in danger is the Knights, dude. The Knights are in danger.
Yeah. That's a point.
Point for Tobin.
Welcome back, Marcos.
Give him another one for quoting Miley Cyrus.
That's true. 2 points.
I'm actually
Point
impressed you
for
know that song.
Tobin.
It's like Miley Cyrus.
Hmm?
Do you like even listen to her music?
Of course. Who doesn't love Miley? You know? I could buy myself flowers.
Okay.
My
All right.
God.
Matthew Tkachuk can hold his own hand.
You can. It's a good song.
I'm sorry.
They didn't want him here in the first place anyway. They'll buy their own flowers. That's what Miley said.
Yeah.
Leroy, what do you
Goes
got?
back to the garden thing.
She's wise.
Yep.
What'd you say about the garden? Really impressed me yesterday. I can't even
Why
remember.
why wait for somebody to go to the florist when you can grow your own
Oh,
garden?
That's right.
Exactly.
Damn, sounds good.
Yep.
It's a 3-pointer, my friend.
Point for Tobin.
The problem with growing your own garden,
Yeah.
there's no way in hell you're gonna remember that you have food in there.
What do you got for damage?
So there's a epidemic going on in South Florida.
Whoa.
I don't know how to explain it. People already drive raggedy,
Oh, that's true.
right? So I'm not going to even dispute that.
Careful out there, everybody.
There's a couple of things that I would like to correct in the activities of our social in our community as far as driving. First of all, jackasses, you do not need to back into a parking spot. It ain't cool.
Very annoying.
It backs up
Like
all
you
of it,
always
and
say
you
this.
never get it right. So I gotta watch you learn how to parallel park or back into a spot. It's annoying. Number 2, can I get 200 yards of warning when you make a right-hand turn? Do you have to hit the turn signal and then the brake at the same time.
Dude, that literally almost happened to me here. Right by Barry on my way into work today.
Ooh, I want to make a right. Blinker. Right.
What are you, Raheem Mostert with your cuts?
Right. And to the person, I was backing out of a parking spot in Publix, and the person turned into the aisle and stopped because he saw me getting out. However, he stopped almost right behind me. I couldn't get out. So I'm like, how about a little room? He says, I'm waiting for that spot. Not if I can't get out of it, you moron. So I just want us to be better. I want us to be better. We sat there. I had a standoff with a car because he wouldn't back up to let me back out. Like,
strange. Don't you want this spot?
Exactly.
Very weird.
Exactly. People don't care. I looked over the other day, which was very frightening. Somebody driving a Tesla was not using hands.
Were they sleeping?
No,
That
he
always
was just
freaks
like
me out.
drinking a cup of coffee and sitting like he was watching TV.
Wow. You honestly could have been.
All I know is that's terrible. It's terrible driving. I can't deal with it.
Damage is done, my friend.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, man.
J-Fig?
So you guys heard of Cocaine Bear?
I saw
You heard about Meth Gator?
Oh,
Yep.
that's gonna be good.
Can't wait for Meth
I'm
Gator.
going to introduce the new damage right
Whoa!
here. Crackcoon.
Crackcoon.
That's not a thing.
Hey,
Done
Damage
already?
is done, my
That's
friend.
not a thing.
hey,
Oh
Can you
man.
guys stop
That
with
one
these
scares me
weird
the most.
movies?
can I just say
I don't wanna
something?
deal with that.
You a couple of letters for offending the whole race of people.
Yeah, we take it easy. Movie makers.
But wait,
Who's approving these?
wait. How can you ask a question like that when there's been 4 Sharknado movies?
I
All of
know.
Tara.
Who's approving them? I will never understand.
Is Tara reading this too?
I hope so.
I don't know.
Hey,
nice.
so
I don't know what's going on.
she couldn't even get on the Lifetime. She went straight to Sharknado.
Straight to Sharknado on Sci-Fi.
Who are you more scared of though? Cocaine Bear, Meth Gator, or Crackcoon?
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear, dude. I tried watching.
First
I
of all,
like the game
Cocaine
very
Bear is
more.
bigger.
I started watching Cocaine Bear this weekend with the wife. Terrible. We couldn't make it.
Really?
Thank God you told me.
It's
I was
not
gonna
even
do that.
funny?
I was gonna
Nah,
watch it. I was gonna
I
watch
was
it. I'm
out.
glad you mentioned
Oh,
it.
It was on because I think it's on Peacock or something like that.
It's on Peacock.
It was.
That's
We couldn't make it through. Crackcoon though.
Crackcoon?
Maybe.
I think you guys are sleeping on Crackcoon.
I was
really
listening
feel
to
like
I was listening to Kiss Country on the way into TC and Dina B, and they were talking
Nice.
about some raccoon that like cutely took a donut from a Dunkin' Donuts. And I thought to myself, I would like it to be more like Cinderella, like with the woodland creatures being our friends.
Oh,
Okay.
So you want to befriend Crackcoon? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't want that. Obviously, I don't want a crack addicted raccoon. I wouldn't want to be friends with that one. But a donut one, that seems like a
Leroy
great time.
almost did live out that with
Like if I had
Ricky
it,
right here.
if you
Little
had,
Ricky.
yeah, like it was almost
Hey,
like
so
like
no,
if you
wait.
if you had a friend raccoon.
How can you say you love animals and you hit a possum for a home run?
Well, he was threatening me.
No, he wasn't.
He was threatening me.
He was asking a question.
He was threatening.
He was
me.
asking for
He was trying
directions.
to
I was
talk to you.
threatened. I
He was
felt
trying to
threatened.
sing to
I
you.
felt threatened. But you wouldn't want like a little animal sidekick, almost like if they were your Pokemon, I
Animal
give 'em-
sidekick?
Yeah, like I
I
feed
got
them.
3 of them.
I
I
have
feed
one.
I feed them donuts and I call them sprinkles.
Oh,
Yep.
Actually, you know what? You sold me with that. last one.
Exactly, dude.
Dude, can I just
You know,
tell
I
you
always
something?
wanted a
Take a lot.
minion.
Does not take a lot.
A little minion.
Yeah.
A
Well,
minion?
Scooby kind of looks like a trash
Oh,
panda.
like a little.
Yeah.
He is my psychic.
Oh no, trash panda.
He's
that a
my
raccoon?
child.
My
You would agree.
Zeus
though,
did
like-
eat a whole package of bacon.
I could see that.
Ooh. Yeah,
Raw?
that'd be your dog for sure.
Because
That's your dog.
we forget that he smells and he can just look up on the counter because he's so big. Oh, my
Dude,
goodness.
South says that possum in Washington are in heaven saying samesies. Marcos, what do you got?
Why did I picture the both of them looking at each other?
Okay, so now that I am a father, I am looking at a lot of different moments differently and attempting to get as much research as possible. My damage is done, and I'm going to go ahead and explain this to the radio audience. This is what not to do if you're actually at a college baseball game, right? As you can see on the screen here, home run is hit, and now you see balls going into the audience, and a guy with his son here reaching for it, and boom! Damage is done, my friend. Damage is done. Not only to
Can you go back to that?
Yeah, you
ball?
gotta.
Look, was he
no.
drunk?
But wait, look at the kid's head.
The
Kid's
kid's
head.
head.
Wait, he got CTE. Look, boom. The kid's over his back.
Kid's gonna need to take
Look at that.
God, that's not
Oh my
good.
goodness, that is not good. The thing is, though, he was getting a ground ball, sir. How do you do that?
Yeah,
with a
you,
ground
like no.
ball?
And by the way, what game is they at? You at Stanford? Like I don't think
Yeah.
there's a big rally for the baseball.
Jeez.
I like how the other kids. He's trying to beat the other kids to it because he's gonna be such a great dad taking this
God.
baseball for his son, who probably won't remember this.
Oh man!
Not only because he's 2, but also because you concussed him.
Watch the kid's head. Bam!
Oh my! Hey, listen. If there was a
Bro.
spotter from the Jets,
Now he said, "Damn that ball."
You're gonna need,
After you cracked your kid's skull.
you're gonna need either the jet spotter or you're gonna need that kid to sign up for jujitsu.
yeah, he needs to learn how to fall. That's what the dad's gonna say.
No, could you imagine? You know, when your kids always want to be carried,
Yeah.
right? His kid's like, "That's all right. I'll walk this one out."
We'll take a quick break. Coming on up, we'll get to our cat talk. Cats get embarrassed yesterday. You get smoked in game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. We'll hear from Matthew Tkachuk after the loss. Back after this.
Start.
Jennifer, we think
Leroy?
the next time you lose a bet, you got to reenact this commercial.
Oh, with the mustache?
Yeah.
Why do you want to see me in a mustache so bad?
I want to see. She wore it well.
Yeah.
You think I will wear a mustache well?
I think I'll wear it better than Tobin.
He ain't got none to even show.
He doesn't know we're back. Oh, we're back.
We feel
Yeah,
that you
we're back.
could wear anything nice. How's that?
How
Yeah,
sweet
oh,
is that? So you're
that's
saying facial hair is
nice.
very nice.
No.
on me.
No, it's we didn't know you could take it off when you want to.
Speaking of looking nice,
I guess I'll put a marker.
Hey, who grows a mustache first?
Yeah.
J Fig or Tobin?
Well, I don't know if J Fig will grow it, but we'll definitely get her one.
I will
shaved,
definitely
actually.
paint it or something.
You were just shaving
He
right
says
now.
that every day.
I just shaved
He
today.
shaved right next to Solana.
I
over
shaved
there.
actually when I
Yeah,
got to the
Solana.
studio today. You know?
I saw that actually. I thought that was weird. Very strange.
Solana here. He's
Because
gotta
I
go.
was, you know, honestly, I was like Peaky Blinders when yesterday. I was like handlebar mustache, so I had to shave. You know?
Of course.
Just
Thank
gets
you.
you like that. I'm like a werewolf.
This right here is just from Friday.
Really?
Really?
That's
That took
impressive.
you long enough.
Okay.
Dude, I grow hair everywhere except on my head.
Yeah, me too, dude. I mean, I grow hair on the head too, but I'm like a Wolverine.
You're not
you know?
Did you-
Oh, nice.
Big Smooth said to me, "Hey, might want to pay a little more attention to that ear hair."
What age does that start? Should I get one? Is that starting now?
It started for me at like 24.
Oh no!
I had
You have
bad
a lot
ear
of
hair,
ear
dude.
hair?
Ear hair.
Yeah, I think it's genetics. My grandfather had bad ear hair.
Hmm.
Nose hair too.
You
I got
don't
one.
have
nose
any
hair.
face hair. How can you have?
I do have face hair. dude. I just choose-
extracurricular
No,
hair.
no. Okay, stop saying that. I choose not to have face hair. Okay, so please stop saying that.
I don't even. First of all, when
Show your
when
ears.
usually you wait, I'm gonna say this here. When light skinned people have to shave a lot, right? You see the little dust up, right? You have nothing, dude.
because it just
You
shaved.
know,
I
you
just
have
shaved.
nothing. You don't have
I
hair
just shaved. No,
buds.
it's a
You don't have
single
hair
razor.
buds.
I'm
Nothing.
basically Radko Gudas if I wanted to be.
Oh, all right. Wow.
If I wanted to be, but I choose not to be. I'd like to have a clean look. You know,
More like Radko Buddhist.
objectively a point, but also go to hell.
No, but no, I'm just saying.
For
Wait, you-
Leroy.
Come on, dude.
What?
I had a mustache since I was like 13.
Yeah, if I saw you on my high school football team or like on the other
Yeah,
side,
I mean, like I
ask for
can't
an
say that I
ID.
had it at 13. I had a mustache, but I'd say like 16. You know,
No, you didn't.
swear to God,
There's no
You can
picture
say,
I've
like,
ever seen
40.
of you with a mustache.
because I choose not to, dude. I didn't want to look like cool.
Show me
cat.
one picture with a mustache.
I don't have to.
Everybody, you didn't listen.
Mm.
Contrary to popular belief, I was a young man too.
Mhm.
And when you get that first little hint of hair, you want it to grow out.
No.
Fonz had couple little chin whiskers, and I went to pull it by. I've never seen
at
him
all.
as mad as he was when I tried to
That's
snatch
fine.
one of his
That's
hairs.
but not to me. I like the way I look. You know, baby butt smooth. Yeah. That's how I choose to look.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? I just Googled Brendan Tobin in hopes that I'd find a childhood picture of you on Google, but instead I see a plethora of 3% shirts.
Huh.
Really?
What is going on with
Let's
this?
go see.
Because people were trying, like, there's like I was explaining this to Leroy because he thought people were pirating the shirts, and what I was
Yeah.
explaining is it's a scam. What happens if you have somebody that has a popular
Oh
shirt
my
on
god.
Twitter
Yeah.
is they just respond to you. Oh yes, this is where you could order it, but it's just a scam. It's just like they take a picture of it, put it on their fake website, you give them their credit card information, and you're duped.
Wow. All right. Still no mustache pics, by the way.
Yeah, because I choose not to.
One
You won't
picture.
find one.
I would like to see one picture with you in a mustache.
Fine. I think maybe if I go in the archives, I could find one, but
No, you can't.
I can. I
You-
just
because
choose
I
not
know
to.
you. I know you well enough
Yeah.
that if this was a fact, you would have already showed me a picture of any
No, I'm
type
doing
of
a show.
face you had.
I don't
You
get-
would
I
have
don't
already
get to
showed me.
I
Dude,
don't
come
go
on.
right into the photo album to do whatever you want. You know, I'm trying to talk some cats right now because it's brought to us by our friends over at Celsius.
Yeah.
Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius Party playing. Get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of. You're
Get
needing
that
a rally.
apple cherry, baby.
What is this?
Huh?
Only one apple
Yeah,
cherry for Jay
what
Fig?
is that?
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
Wow.
That's all right.
Guess I don't need energy.
You need. Let me show you.
Leroy and I are samesies.
Hey,
All
I
right.
should have gave Marcos 2 of them.
That's true.
I'll take it.
Hey, do you get to go to bed? Like,
Oh my God.
Do you have a schedule yet?
No, because he knows that I went back to work. So he's actually been a jerk. I'm not gonna lie. Don't tell him I said this, but he has been a jerk these past 2 nights. Every like hour and a half, he's like,
So what is the missus doing?
I mean, look, I want to be supportive, so I'm helping. We actually are leaning more towards formula. So, she'll kind of like change a diaper while I get the bottle ready, and then, she'll feed, I burp, or vice versa. We're doing this whole team thing, I'm trying this out.
Don't fall for it. I told you all the little tricks that got me in trouble.
Yep.
Don't fall for it,
dude. You got to be smart.
Gotta be smart.
Don't be silly out here.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, I canceled some of my plans after work yesterday. I was going to go to the gym and do something for myself. How dare I even consider that? Instead, went straight home because I'm a good fiance.
Yeah, that does.
And my little tadpole misses me.
That guy looks 12.
Which guy?
On
Bet he can grow a mustache.
Faster than
All right, J-Fig, I'm sending it your way. Just
whoa!
No, he just put a mustache on the face.
You know what? I want to see it. I want to see it.
Oh, you be the judge. I mean, like, listen.
I want to see how.
You be the judge. I mean, like, you can say.
I could
Fig, if you
already
want
tell
to. You don't know.
copy and paste.
Nah, you don't know, dude. You don't know. I'm sorry that you had to badger me into this, but I'll put a mustache pic. In the meanwhile, why don't we hear from our guy Matthew Tkachuk after the Panthers pooped the bed yesterday?
Tkachuk.
Start. They're halfway there, and hopefully that they're thinking about that a little bit as they're coming to Florida. I think that could work in our favor, but we definitely have to prepare, give everything into this one game here and just get a little bit of momentum back.
What do you have to do better in front of your goalies?
Starts with like line changes, back checking, holding pucks in the O-zone, being closer together, not getting shots blocked, getting pucks in. They're a good forechecking team just like us, so cleaner plays in D-zone. But they do majority, if not all, of their stuff off the rush. So just trying to shut down the rush game, and we did that against all the teams that we've played. It's been pretty different in their styles, but I would say this team is similar to Boston, but not as heavy, but probably more like rush offensive players. So they're a little like Toronto with that. So we shut down Toronto in 5 games doing that. So hopefully we can start now.
What did you make of getting that first misconduct?
I was a little bit surprised by it. I went to the bench getting ready for a power play, but I think one of those misconducts I deserve, but I don't know about the other one. But at the end of the day, it's they might have thought that game was a little bit out of reach maybe in the second period, but we certainly didn't. We've scored 7 goals in a period before, so never known playoffs.
Matthew yesterday asked Sam about the.
All right, there you go. Matthew Tkachuk as the Panthers are down 0-2.
You got it? Send it to everybody?
No, Dade South, obviously.
Whoa!
I told you. See, dude?
Dang, boy. That's a pretty good mustache.
I told you. Back in the college days, with my rabbit.
I feel that.
First of all,
what happened to that rabbit?
No grown-ass man got a mustache like that while petting a bunny.
Oh, I do.
Idiot.
No, he does.
No, what are you talking about? I do. The facts are right
Look
there.
how little your face looks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how young he was.
He's young.
It's still not a mustache.
No, we were talking about
Real mustache.
That's a real mustache.
That's
Nice.
not, dude, come on.
Look at that
Doesn't
baby
even match
skin.
The other hair in your face.
What are you talking about, dude?
Baby
That's me.
smooth skin.
I told you.
The rabbit is
mustache.
looking at me going, he's lying. Not real.
All right.
Get me out of here.
I mean, like, facts are facts, dude. I just gave you photographic evidence. Now, but obviously, look, it's a silly look, so I didn't want to keep it going.
Yeah.
Right.
Silliness,
Crystal blue eyes.
That was right before I
Are
met.
you mesmerized right now?
I'm sorry.
Right before I met my wife, she said, you kind of look like you're gonna tie me to the train tracks. Like, let's go with a new look.
Yeah,
And she was right. I never looked back.
Were you gonna tie her to the train tracks?
Was that before or after you were married?
Nice.
Oh, yeah, way before.
Oh,
but we knew each
So
other.
there's
but
like a ring on your
Yeah, what's
finger,
going on there?
Tobin.
I don't know what that
promise
was
ring?
for. Maybe.
The first marriage.
I don't remember.
Your second.
Oh yeah,
one.
from the Mormons.
Okay.
That was my dive into
On the
Mormonism.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can I
Yeah,
just say,
see?
what the hell is wrong with you?
Can't even keep up with his own lies.
Can I see?
Right.
Sounds like you.
That picture kind of looks, those like mustache handlebar things you got going on kind of look like I don't know, like spider legs or something like that, man. This is strange.
Please don't say that. I already got it.
Sorry.
All right.
Looking
Matthew
good.
Tkachuk, get it going, dude. Enough of this.
Hey, yesterday was the last game Vegas is going to win. You heard it here.
You
first.
understand this?
I agree.
He didn't say anything about trying to help Bobrovsky out. He kind of shooed that away.
It's not really his role, though. You know,
Okay.
it's not like something I would ask.
So he would be calling somebody out outside if you say,
Yeah.
"Oh, we need people." Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
got
think
you.
so.
All right,
I think so. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Like, I'm not saying Bob played. I'm not saying like Bob played great, but I don't think like he's been. I think that a lot of people have had a hand on him on the goals getting lit up. Mainly they're blocking him and not blocking pucks, and also take care of the puck.
Got to tell you,
Oh, and also score some goals on this Aiden Hill.
the chances of me jumping in front of a puck would have been null and void when I saw Duclair get hit in the leg, and almost he got hit by a shot in the leg, and he was toast.
Sounds like it hurt. I've noticed with hockey that whole get in front of the goalie and like kind of block his vision thing. That's pretty big. I didn't realize it.
Screening?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah,
I for some reason prior
that's what
to
us
me,
puckheads call screening.
Okay.
Try and keep up, dude.
Yeah, I will. Now that I know.
You think you'd learn some puck with all this playoff hockey?
You haven't.
What are you talking about?
Learn the word screening. That's impressive. Pretty good.
Take a quick break. Mix it up. Coming up next.
Yes.
Everybody, Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM.
You suck. Why? Because I was talking to Jay Fig, and you were paying attention to what I was saying. When I'm actually talking to you, you go, "Oh, what?" And you don't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
You
I don't.
You do.
I really don't. I don't know what you're referring to. I wasn't even in the room with you guys.
I'm actually confused.
I'm confused too.
No, when you came, when we came in, and I was thanking J Fig for holding the door for me, and then you moved the mic, the thing over,
sure you weren't
like
cursing.
I was talking to you, and I'm like, you've never cared when I was talking to you. Now all of a sudden you care?
Oh, if that's what you thought I was doing, I wasn't. I was just making sure you weren't cursing when I was about to turn on the mic. That's all.
Wow.
Me?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, ye of little faith.
I do have little faith, to be honest with you.
It's been a long. That was what?
Doesn't matter.
5 years ago.
Yeah, if somebody listen, if somebody mentions the wrong name, somebody in this building, who knows? I don't know what you guys are talking about. 5 minutes until you're a champion. And it was like some UFC Rocky. Oh, sorry. God, that was such a good fight, though. It was such a good fight, though.
And you want to point the finger at me?
Yeah, history of effing football. I do.
Wait, let's be clear. You went into your little rant on your own, right? I didn't push you there. You coaxed me into that.
I didn't coax you into anything.
Really? Really? Did I just randomly give that quote, or was it because you want to draft 5 first-rounders and offensive line?
Hard to say.
Hard to say. We know.
Marcos, you're back.
I indeed am.
And so are your bits.
All of them?
Yes.
Including?
Not Trafissimo.
Okay.
Because we don't have traffic anymore.
All right. Well, there's that one.
But you want to mix it on up?
I do. All righty. It is the first time we've looked at the mixed bag in quite some time. So let's start things off on the corner. Krantz' corner, that is.
Oh.
Gary Payton, heard of him? The Glove.
The Glove, Heat champion, Hall of Famer.
Recently, he had some things to say to our own Zach Krantz while on Krantz Corner, including the Miami Heat and their level of guts.
Well, you know what? I just seen the guts in Miami. You know, this is a team where people don't understand. They have set a record now. We're going into the fourth quarter down double digits and then come back and win games with 7. You know, them and Golden State were tied or something like that for the year or something like that. But you know what? I've always said all season when I looked at them, because, you know, I watch the teams that I play for. I watch them a lot, you know, and then especially with me and Spo being so close and Spo being from this way, and he like my younger brother. So it's one of them things where I look at and I said, if this team is in the game with 6-7 minutes to go and they're only down 6 or 7 points, they're going to beat you because they're really guts.
Got the guts.
I like it. That's Goosey's from Gary Payton. Go check out the rest of that on Krantz's Corner on our YouTube page and podcast feeds. On the Odyssey app, which is where you can follow the Tobin and Leroy show there as well. Get all your Tobin and Leroy shenanigans on the Odyssey app. Marcos, what else you got to mix it up?
So, us radio professionals, we never come across situations like this. But I'm not sure if you saw recently, I believe it was ESPN. Someone left Kendrick Perk's mic on. I'm not sure what the hell is going on here. Let's just listen. Let's see if you can hear what clearly flustered JJ Redick and company.
Two-man action. For as well as the Nuggets have played at times, Perk, is that you moaning in my ear over and over again?
Yeah, I know. I was getting ready to answer. You sound like you got sleep apnea, Perk.
Okay?
But you all right?
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's me. It's
Okay.
not. All right. It's not.
Are you
moaning.
intentionally?
It's
Are
not
you intentionally
moaning.
trying
It's being disgusted.
Oh
yes,
my
I am.
God. It's a gross
intentional.
noise, man.
I'm just saying that's very disrespectful. You don't have to sound like you got sleep apnea on live television. You could disguise it a little bit.
Fine.
I mean, that's very
That's fine.
disrespectful.
That's fine.
Wow.
Wow,
That
dude.
sounds kind of familiar
Who?
to our ASMR.
Whoa.
Leroy will hit us
Accusations.
with some ASMR, dude.
Yeah. Was breathing a lot there. Also, do Kendrick Perkins and JJ Redick not like each other? They seem like they really
I
don't
think they're
like each other.
frenemies.
Well, look.
What are you looking at me like that for?
What is that?
Like, I think that they're friendly enemies.
It's a word.
You know?
Not like Friendsgiving. You can't just
That
throw
sounds like
friends.
something you would say in Mean Girls.
No, it's like T Swift says, you know, now we got bad blood. You know?
Okay.
You know, it used to be Mad Love.
Oh, but they're not. No, you know what? No.
You
Quickly!
-1. I'm gonna tell you what. If you would have spit out that next line, you would went from a shamer to a co-conspirator. You can't. Hey, anybody, don't start going down that path.
I can't believe Stephen A. Smith says it sounds like you have sleep apnea.
You like,
That's terrible.
I think Luna has sleep apnea.
Really?
Oh man, she snores. Her and Mima be going at it.
Wow. By the way, I just got a press release from the NBA. NBA Finals Game 2. Match last year's average audience in ratings.
Look at that.
So how about that? Huh?
Oh, look at that. Huh?
Boston Celtics had the best audience.
Look at that.
Oh, I thought we needed the Celtics
How did-
and the Lakers.
How did
in
this?
the finals.
How did the Celtics Heat Game 7 go? That was pretty good, huh? Those
I don't know what the
ratings.
ratings were. I think down here they were good. Down here they were good. I
They-
know
they weren't good in Boston.
I saw Barry said locally that the Dolphins playoff game and the Heat's last two games have been like the same average. So like the same people are tuning in for these finals that they were for the Heat, Dolphins playoffs.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because
this football's king.
And that was not the best of playoff games.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you didn't have Skylar Thompson playing. You did have Skylar Thompson playing, so. But still. The Celtics in the finals. Are there's going to be a ratings decision?
You sound like who's the
Bill Simmons.
You know, he sounds like Marvin the Martian. I'm going to destroy the earth.
What else you got in the mixed bag, Marcos?
Now, as you mentioned, this is the start of mandatory camps.
Yes.
So football is beginning to ramp up.
Mandatory.
I hate mandatory anything.
Yeah,
that's me too.
You always want an option. I understand.
Yep.
But I'm actually going to stay in the state, go a little bit further north,
Tampa?
possibly east. This is
Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence
Oh,
discussing
boy.
how this offseason has a different feel, man. And I believe it.
Definitely a different feel in this offseason, being able to unwind a little bit and then disconnect. I mean, last year, well, obviously my rookie year didn't really have an offseason going into the league. It's a pretty busy year, and then getting drafted, and then you're trying to adjust. And then last year, you know, with the coaching change and all that, not sure what was going to happen, and then having coach hired and trying to learn the system and all that, it's really don't have much of an offseason because you're trying to figure out kind of what the next step is. And now we have our culture set, we have our staff, we have our system. It feels good having that in place.
Hey, hold up.
Jags culture.
Dear young fella, it ain't called culture when you ain't won a damn game yet.
Whoa,
I mean,
It's called the process.
It's also one of these things where it's like, hey, Trevor Lawrence, your culture, like what was the bar set at your coach not kicking a player?
Well, I mean, look, he did have some valid points, though. It's sometimes the same argument you use for Tua. Didn't have, a valid first off season. He had time. Now are you ready to admit with him having this different feel off season that Trevor Lawrence is elite?
No, I won't say he's elite. He's good.
He's
Not
good.
elite.
He's good. He ain't the upper echelon yet.
Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
About
We're
that
doing
one.
the same thing with him that we're doing with Josh Allen. Wait till they see the Josh Allen fall this year.
Oh,
Wait till they see
listen.
it.
It's coming because it doesn't take much to expose your weakness, right? And I think that's coming.
Speaking of Josh Allen, why has this story been on for 2 days, Tobin? Did you tell me about this yesterday? The
Bills signing Leonard Floyd. I don't know because people love Buffalo, dude. I don't
understand this.
All right, let's go to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. A man who represents Heat culture well.
In Denver.
In Denver. Javi.
Whoa.
Joining us here on the show. Javi!
What's up?
How you guys doing?
We're good, man. How are you?
Good. Oh, how happy were you after that? After game one, the game. Look at it. You couldn't hold it back.
No, I couldn't hold it back, man. That was fun. That was fun.
Javi, you know, for those who don't know, Javi, one of the viral Heat fans, when the Heat were getting their ass kicked at one point in Denver, he was chanting, "Keep it going!" And
Javi tried to get his money's worth. Them tickets ain't cheap.
No. And so, Javi, you know, you got a couple of cool experiences here. First of all, the Heat tweeted you out. I mean, what was that like? The idea that they knew that you were in the building for that game.
Well, the funny thing is, so I was, you know, like you said, I'm trying to get my money's worth. So I was walking to the stadium, trying to get there about an hour and a half early, trying to see what I can see. And this random lady said, "Hey, that's where the Heat Hotel is." So I stood outside. I saw Pat Riley, Victor Oladipo, and then one of the social media people saw me, and they were like, "Yo, you're here?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I had my shirt on. I found my shirt in the recesses of my closet. And then he took a picture, and then all of a sudden I was like, okay. And then 20 minutes later, I'm on Bleacher Report. So I was like, all right, let's go.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
it.
So what was it like, man? What was the experience like? You got to see an NBA
NBA final.
The Heat won for the first time there since 2016. Tell us what the experience was like, man, seeing your team do that.
Man, that first quarter, they were quiet. They didn't know what was going on. We were blitzing them. We were attacking them. And then I got quiet because they just started hitting threes and doing some stuff when Jokic was on the floor. And then I don't know if you could hear it on the broadcast, but when we started coming back in the second quarter, I was telling my buddy, I was like, they're not used to this. This game is getting mucky. This game is getting in the dirt. They are like wondering why we're not up 20. Now it's like 10. Now it's 6. Third quarter, they were calling fouls. Jokic is out here saying, you know, begging to the refs because he was feeding off the energy from the crowd. I'm like, oh, you guys are not used to this. I've been through this since game one. We've been in the muck all season. And I'm like, we're going to pull this game out because they don't know what's going to happen. In the fourth quarter, my buddy was, he was intaking some substances that are legal in Denver. And Duncan hit those 10 points. It's like, I blacked out a little bit. What happened? I was like, Duncan just hit 10 points in a row.
Yeah, wow. It was quick, man.
That's
it was quick
right there, dude. What was it like? Because I heard there was a Heat contingent there, the "Let's Go Heat" chants as the end of that game was going. What was that like?
That was good, man. That was I was coming down. This guy was face painted, like one of face painted with a white wig, like he's in the arena, like at the AAA. And they were just coming down the escalator, and I lost my voice. I was just saying, "Let's go Heat." The Nuggets fans, they don't know what to do. They're like just looking at us. They're trying to boo us. I put some stuff on social media. You know, they're just talking smack, and I was like, "Hey, man, you guys aren't built for this. You guys aren't built for this final." Walking through the city, this is how you know they're not built for it. I bet if I walk down Biscayne right now, there's Heat stuff everywhere. I couldn't even tell there was a finals game in Denver. There was no flags, there was no signs, there was nothing. I know if right now, if I walk anywhere in Miami, I'll see 10 times the things I've seen down there in Denver.
Yeah. And are you planning to go to any other games? Was this a one-time trip, or are you now that there's maybe a potential closeout? No, we put some top hats and monocles on. I'm like, what are you thinking?
You ain't got to answer that because he don't know how much them tickets cost. So he just thinking, look.
I was pretty. If you saw my Twitter pictures, I was pretty high up there. And it was pretty penny. You know, it was. I can't even imagine the people down on the floor, but you know, my money don't go that long anymore. So,
listen, man.
Well, you had to experience it though, Javi. You had to experience a finals, one time, absolutely.
In time, and I wasn't the loudest one in there. There's somebody higher than me that was cheering the entire game. I wish I could find that dude, man. He was in it, man. He was wearing one of the old school jerseys, Dwayne Wade, and he was just going crazy. And I was like, you know what? He can't be outshining me. So we had a "Let's Go Heat" chant up there, the three of us, and we were going crazy up there.
Before we get you out of here, man, what do you think? What do we got coming up these next couple of games? What do you think? Heat closing this out when?
Heat and 6. I was saying that all weekend. Heat and 6.
Yeah.
Heat and 6.
You got the guts.
We'll let him get one more. But Heat and 6.
Buddy. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Javi.
Keep it going, baby. it going. Let's go.
There you go. All right. We'll take a quick break. Back with
Hey,
more
my
for this.
man cool as hell.
Yeah, he is. All right. We'll take a break. Back after this.
running and running, running and running, running and.
In this context, there's no disrespect. So when I bust my rhyme, you break your neck. We got 5 minutes for us to disconnect from all intellect and let the rhythm effect.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 o'clock.
Hey, I saw one of the other Black Eyed Peas in something. Like he was like getting interviewed.
Oh, like not Will.i.am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or not Fergie.
Yeah.
The other two dudes who nobody know who that is.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Right. The light-skinned dude. The white.
Yes.
He's
One of them is
he's not white. He's
one of
like
them's
Latino.
Filipino, and the other one's I think like Mexican.
Yeah. So they interviewed him, and I'm like, as much of their music as I've listened to,
Taboo.
I have never heard this guy talk. Right? Because they're in the back singing and stuff, but you don't really hear their voice. Do you think they give him a dead mic?
Oh, just to like fake it? Like,
Because think about it. Think of all the songs. Can you recall hearing the voices of any of those other two guys?
No, but you know, every group has that. You got your Michael Jackson, and then you got the other Jackson.
Tito.
Well, even Tito's second place. I'll give him credit. Who were the other ones?
It's good to see, though, that he bounced back.
Jermaine.
Tito.
Jermaine had an album.
Yeah, it's good to see that he was able to bounce back with the vodka. It's got to be good business.
It's not his.
Dude, the
Minus
Tito's guy
one.
is white.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
From Texas.
Yep.
I thought he was,
vodka flavored vodka.
I thought Tito was getting into the
No.
like Clooney.
No, man.
Like no.
They don't even. It's not even called Clooney's though, isn't he? He's a Casamigos, right?
He is Casamigos.
Well, he's made some money over the past.
Oh
few
yeah,
years,
dude.
What?
They got that billboard as you drive down to the arena. I see it. Him on his stupid motorcycle.
Still handsome.
Not as handsome.
You know, he
as
gave
not as handsome as Gabe.
You know what
Vincent.
he did back in the
So
day
true.
for Christmas?
What?
He gave 10 of his friends $1 million each and paid all the taxes.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Yep.
that's nice. Okay. So
That's pretty
anyone
cool.
ideas? Anyone
Ideas.
Is them's the rules? Like, are you allowed? Is he allowed to do that? Like,
If you pay the taxes,
Pay the
yeah.
taxes.
so they just get to keep the $1 million.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. Well, he's really rich now, so
Yeah.
it's the least you can do.
Couple updates. We have some stuff that's going around locally.
Ooh,
Let me give you some stuff.
I'm in the stuff.
Erik Spoelstra, Tyler Herro.
Oh,
He says
Out.
not cleared.
oh,
One
Nope.
day at a time.
Not a problem. But here's the deal. One of the reasons why he's not cleared and what people should understand, here's the telling issue with Tyler Herro. He hurts to follow through when he shoots. That's no bueno.
No.
So just don't.
Ira says that he will be. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure this is real Ira.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's right.
Make sure it's
Not
Ira
Ira.
Heat Beat,
Not
not
Beat
Ira
Heat.
Beat Heat.
Don't fog it.
Okay, this is real Ira. Tyler Herro, Ira says, will be put through a contact workout later today to see where he stands from recovery.
He's sore, dude. His shooting hand is sore. Put it this way. I've just, after surgery I had maybe a month ago, just started like not really feeling pain all the time. And that was what, 7 months?
Yeah.
So yeah, like no, man. When you have surgery to areas that don't have a lot of blood flow, it takes a little bit longer to heal.
Let's see. The other thing is this is we got some mini camp drama. Mini camp drama.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because do you know something about mini camp? Mandatory.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But don't tell that to Connor Williams, Dolphins center.
Okay.
He
who
didn't
wants
show
a
up.
new contract.
Damn
He
it,
didn't show up.
Connor.
Didn't show up, dude.
That's
Didn't
well, you
show
know what
up.
that is? Contract negotiation 101. Stop.
Didn't show up. Zach Sealer showed up.
Oh,
Zach Sealer getting a
Sealer
new-
on up.
He getting a new contract,
He wants one.
but he already. How much is he making?
Not much. I think he makes like $2 million.
Oh man. But look, here's the
I mean,
deal.
there's not much mauling going on during.
Here's the deal. Here is why I will give the Dolphins a pass on this.
all right.
Right? Over the last couple of years, they have proven to the fans and the players that they will do one thing: take care of their guys.
Tell that to Mike Gesicki.
Oof.
They gave him $10 million to catch 3 balls.
Well, I mean, but still, they didn't give him a long-term deal.
That has nothing to do with Mike Gesicki. That has to do with the style of play they want out of that position.
I understand.
Not his fault.
Hold on.
It's not anybody's fault.
Well, you just said, like you said, they take care of their own, but
No, but if it fits, come on. You're asking. Gesicki is a wide receiver. He's not a tight end. So why would they pay? I get that. You come on, be smarter.
No, your point was they take care of their own. They just didn't.
So they should have paid Gesicki.
I'm not saying they should have. I'm just saying your point isn't valid.
It is valid.
Well,
he didn't fit with the new coaching
Who's
staff.
the last home? Who's got the longest term deal on the Xavier Howard? After
wait,
making the stinkiest of stinks.
Xavier Howard. Let's go through the list.
Was this the longest 10-year Dolphins?
No, just the guys that just redid their contracts. Or
there's not many.
Didn't they do Christian Wilkins?
No.
Whoa.
We
need to do that. What do we wait?
Hold on.
I think Jerome Baker is still under contract.
Okay.
Man.
I mean,
tell you what though, Gesicki probably made $100,000 per catch.
Listen, I'm not saying that he wasn't overpaid. I'm just saying he didn't get
overpaid
a long-term deal.
it. They paid him what, $10 million?
Oh, he's going to Agba. Agba got a contract last year.
Agba.
I don't even know if we want him.
See, there you go. There you go. That's what.
If anything, they've been taking care of not their own. They've been taking care of Bradley Chubb, Tyreek Hill.
No. Hold on.
Bye, Jones.
I love having football conversations with you.
I do too.
Here's the
couple football heads, you know.
They didn't up their money. They redid their contract to free up money so they could sign other people. You understand?
Yeah, but you're saying when you say
they redid the contract, gave them some money and some cash in their pocket, but the numbers probably didn't change.
I'm not talking about that though. You're talking about they take care of their own.
Who's up?
Right now Wilkins.
Okay.
Now Sealer.
Okay.
Hit on up.
He has another year though. He has another year.
This is his last year of his deal.
Okay. We're in June. Okay. Why
Well, your point was that they take care of their own, and I'm saying not really, not on this roster.
Why not?
Tua? Didn't they take care of Tua?
No, not yet.
No, they haven't.
Damn it.
Not yet.
What are we doing?
They've positioned themselves to be able to go and take care of all these guys. The fact that it's only June, relax.
Yeah, I know, but if you were giving me a hey bro, trust me, I would look around the roster and be like,
That's fair. We do take care of a lot of other people.
yeah, we took care of Tyreek Hill, which you have to.
For sure.
No blame.
Yep.
Bradley Chubb had to do it with the trade. Okay. But if you were going to do it with your own guys, you know.
It's coming. Look, they restructured.
Maybe
they restructured all these guys'
I'm not saying
contracts
it's
to
not.
free up money to take care of these guys.
I'm not saying it's not, but
if all these guys redo a contract, I'm telling you right now, you better come in with a chest protector and a mouthpiece.
Why?
Because it's go time.
I'm just saying your point right now isn't
It
valid.
is valid.
It's not
Watch.
What's that chest?
Give
You
me the
don't
guy.
redo. You don't.
Give me the
Hold
guy.
on.
Give me the guy.
You don't redo.
Oh, I'm
or
sorry.
you don't.
You know who
hold
got a
on,
contract?
hold
I'll
on.
tell you who got a contract. Sanders.
Hold
the
on.
kicker.
Listen to me.
The kicker, dude.
Listen to me, you knuckleheads. You don't restructure all of these deals if you're not gonna take care of these guys. You don't do it.
But that's a different
here's
point.
why you.
But that's a
because
different point. Now you're going to another point.
Wait, no, that's
Yes, you
the
are.
point.
No.
They're gonna take care of the guys.
But that's a different point. If you're saying, well, we're setting ourselves up for it. Okay, I'll agree with you. But if your point was, well, they take care of their own, they really haven't.
Okay.
Not
But
recently.
and here's why
Except
you're.
if it's Xavier
Can
Howard.
I tell you why
Hold
this?
on, hold on. The last one that we had is Xavier Howard, where he goes, "My Dolphins career is over," and then he got a new deal.
And then they gave me money. So here's the deal.
Make a stink.
Here's the deal. Here's why I work with a jackass. Because you hear this argument we just had.
Yep.
I'm going to say one word, and he's not going to give a damn about anybody whose contract's up or going to be up.
Okay.
Dalvin Cook.
Oh, I gotta get him.
So you don't care about it. Wait. What about all those guys that need to be
Listen, I don't care if anybody like honestly, like I think Christian Wilkins deserves his contract. I want my guy Sealer to get paid.
Yep.
Connor Williams. I mean, listen, honestly, it's probably gonna work out for Connor Williams more than anybody because make a stink. You make a stink, you get paid. Everybody
But
knows that.
Am I really dying to re-sign Connor Williams? Like,
I mean, do you have another center in mind?
Hmm.
You know,
Got nothing.
I love when people think you could just go get another one.
Yeah.
Right? Like no, man. It's hard.
Well, he was kind of like, I get it for him. Like, he came here last year. He was a guard who moved to center. He proved it. He was a good center, and now he wants a new deal.
He wants a starting center money.
Yeah, he wants he wants that Romberg money.
Got some leverage. Not gonna lie.
So like, he's got a like, who's gonna snap the ball to Tua?
I really don't know.
Anyone.
Who? I don't know. Who's backup center? Give it a Runsky.
The fact that you have to ask means you don't have one.
Maybe Eichenberg can do it.
Oh, what's no?
We still want him on the field.
Well, I mean, he's not.
Yeah, maybe Noah could do it.
Yeah, Noah Igbinoghene just.
Oh, I did see something. By the way, I'm glad you mentioned that.
Oh,
I'm glad you mentioned Noah Igbinoghene because I saw a great quote. Check this out, dude. Check this out.
I'm not gonna leave.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, it better be a good quote. Because you got
it's a
me
good
all
quote.
excited for
No,
you
it's
got
a
me
good
all
quote. It's a good
excited
quote.
for a good quote,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna be.
Hold on.
Remember, he won a game last.
By the way,
He did win a game last year.
Earned
the
respect.
most ridiculous thing I did yesterday was listen to Robert Smith tell dad jokes.
Huh?
Joe Shad tweets out. You gonna throw that at me?
Dude,
He's throwing a bottle.
Look, he knows.
Xavier Howard says,
"Oh, okay."
Noah Igbinoghene
Mm-hmm.
is locked in.
Whoa!
Locked into what?
Hold on.
He's
Locked into the
Okay.
bench?
No.
He says Noah Igbinoghene is locked in.
Yep.
And
Mm.
has a different mindset this spring.
Whoa!
If I may.
Yeah.
If I may.
Why would X lie?
You should have a different mindset after 3 years of sucking at what you do. Because if you had the same mindset, your ass wouldn't have a job. Just throwing that out
Not
there.
unfair.
Now, I will say this. I understand why the team is being so patient with Noah. Because he was really young. What was he, 19, 20?
Nah, he was 20.
20. That's unheard of. Unheard of. So I get it. Now he's 23. He should be about ready to pop.
He should be ready to pop. One would think. Anyway, that's our hour. Go to break there, Noah Igbinoghene.
W
Yeah, this is Tua Lipa. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Marlins, by the way, they're rolling, baby.
33-28.
Let's go.
And they can't even hardly get a chit chat.
Honestly, though, with Sandy
They
not
got
being
me.
Sandy.
They almost got me.
Oh, the replay,
You
right?
thought that was live?
Yeah.
Almost got Tobin too, actually.
I did. I was like, that can't be live. No, they did move actually up. They moved up Wednesday. They moved to the 6:10. They're like, we're gonna try and hustle this game in here and get that Royal get that Royals game in here. But the Marlins are rolling right now, baby. They won 4 in a row. They are 5 games over 500. I think for the first time since I see on Severino's Twitter since 2016. Something like that.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Usually you get that stat, but they did it like early in the year when they went on a run.
Yeah, but we're in June.
Yeah.
We're in June. Yeah.
Uh-oh, there he is.
Paul Severino,
Sasquatch.
5 games over 500 for the first time since 2016. And Luis Arraez, 399 he's hitting.
That's amazing.
Yep.
399 after 3 more
Well,
hits yesterday.
you know what I would say? It's about time that the Marlins brought somebody in, and he is exactly what you brought in. Right? That's it. I appreciate it. Say, oh, he can hit the ball. He won the
hits the
bat.
ball
And guess what?
everywhere,
He's still doing it.
all over the place.
Usually guys come here and it's over, right?
Yeah. It's just like it's nice to have a guy like it's a bit of a throwback, but like the Marlins were going to go with a little bit of a throwback style with this team, and
the old Tony Gwynn.
He's amazing. He
He's
does
amazing.
like he's
puts the ball in play, doesn't strike out. You need some guys like that. I think baseball's going back to that.
He's and not only that, I mean, like, look, I mean, this guy's debut as a Marlin. He's hitting 400. He's the first guy to ever hit for the cycle for the franchise.
Yeah,
and really, the rotation hasn't been that good.
Yeah, that's
their ace, their ace has been struggling.
Ace has been struggling.
Jazz
Luzardo's kind of come back to earth. Jazz has turf toe.
Yep.
But they're finding ways, man. Like Nick Fortes behind the plate has been really good. Brian De La Cruz, who they got in a trade a couple of years ago, he's been mashing the ball. Soler, when he's in there, was on a bit of a tear with the power ball. Like, I don't,
tell you what,
Fish, man.
Nick Wright, he looks weird, right? Nick Wright looks like if he's wearing he's wearing a mask.
He has the hair.
He doesn't look like a real person. Looks like he's wearing a mask.
He has the hair right now. Looks like he should be in Hamilton.
Oh wow.
Well, he got it.
So
he's got to have a lot of hair on his face because
that is good.
You think you have a big nose.
Oh, him and I could.
Oh my goodness.
Him and I could have a schnoz off. That's for
He's
sure.
definitely, if he's married, he definitely has to turn his head to the side to get in there.
Hey, man.
What? Huh? That's an issue. No, I'm just saying, you go to kiss your significant other, you definitely have to turn to the side.
Let's get to some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know truck.
The Fish, by the way, back in action tonight. You got an open night. Watch a little Marlins action. They're taking on the Royals, who do stink, but who cares? Just watch your Marlins. They're hot tonight.
Just win games.
Win games, dude.
Yep.
Who cares if you get if you're busting up on some slump busters? That
You
doesn't make
can't.
you a slump
Whoa. Hold on, player.
What?
You are in no position to be calling somebody else a slump buster. You ain't there yet.
A team that you're 20 games up on record. Yeah, I would say you are actually.
20 games?
Yeah, I would say actually you are.
Hell yeah.
Jesus Luzardo on the hill tonight against Zach Greinke. Yes, that's Zach Greinke. He's back with the Royals.
Oh.
So there you go. Watch that tonight. 6:40 first
Zach
pitch.
Greinke's still pitching?
Back with the Royals. Back with the Royals.
Wow.
Meanwhile, check this out. Jalen Ramsey. Just the quotes that are coming out of Dolphins minicamp today. Whew. From Joe Shad's Twitter. Jalen Ramsey says, this Miami Dolphins defense is the best defense he's been a part of.
Whoa. Come on.
Fangs up.
Come on.
Can I say this? I'm not trying to rain on nobody's parade.
He always says that right before he rains on our
He
parade.
does. Ben was right.
But here's the deal.
It's like the no offense thing.
Why are we doing this in June, man? This is the best defense. Y'all ain't played a game yet. And especially him. Because if it goes sideways, he going to be the first one.
No.
What?
He calls out he's a voice of the defense. He's the voice.
Okay,
now.
okay.
You don't want him to have that confidence. So
Okay.
wait, let me ask you this.
I want him to
Let me
have
ask you
that.
this, dude.
I want
Let
him.
me ask
I
you this.
want him to have that confidence. But what I don't want.
Let me ask you this, hypocrite Harry. Okay.
Wow.
Let me ask you this. How come you're happy with Tyreek Hill doing it last year for Tua, saying he's the most accurate quarterback, but Jalen Ramsey can't say this is the best defense?
Oh,
no.
That's it.
Let me.
No, that's.
Are you gonna let me explain?
That's a box, dude.
No. Let me explain.
That's a box.
Let me explain. Let me explain.
All right, go ahead.
Because Tua throwing passes to Tyreek Hill and working on timing has nothing to do with the defense you're playing against, right? Whereas, how can Ramsey know this is the best defense he ever been on, and they ain't played no games
Oh,
yet?
you're saying he doesn't have the experience of knowing good.
They didn't even played any games.
Couldn't hear you that. What'd you say?
They haven't played any
It's
games.
hard to hear you in that box.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe you should try opening it. Is it like locked in?
Oh my goodness. Are you guys serious? Are you really serious right now? That they haven't played any games and you're buying this?
I don't understand. Like if Tyreek Hill.
No, it's different with a quarterback throwing a pass to a receiver. You can do that in open air and you can get that comment about a quarterback being accurate. You can tell that just by running routes. But how
You're
good?
telling me Jalen
How
Ramsey
good? No. I'm saying this. How good that defense is going to be without playing a game nobody knows. You don't.
Okay.
You don't. You.
He's got an eye for these things.
Okay, an eye.
Coming from an offensive
Okay.
guy. he
Oh
knows.
yeah.
I'm
Of course,
telling
a
you.
running back. would
Running
say.
back.
I'm telling you, because guess what? Here's the kicker. Okay?
He's not a kicker.
You don't need.
That's a point.
No.
I'm so glad you're back.
I'm back, baby.
Where's Vlad?
No.
What the hell? I said, but here's the difference. Okay? You don't need a defense to tell how accurate your quarterback is.
Right.
That's easy to see.
Mhm.
But from a defensive perspective, you can't possibly know how good your defense is without playing against another team.
Well,
You can't, because you don't know. You guess what? Guess what depends on how good your coverage is. A pass rush. What if you don't get a pass rush?
We got Chubba Dub. We got
yeah.
JP. You know, we got Agba.
You had that last year.
No, but like now it's
Agba's
all
back.
settled in together.
Yep.
Oh no, now
You know?
it's different.
And you got
Same
two,
guys, but now it's
two
different.
elite corners to shut things down.
Okay,
right.
again,
He's got a
the
point.
most important thing to a cornerback is a pass rush. Okay, without knowing what kind of pass rush you're going to get, for him to say he's on the best defense he ever played, it's hard to tell. It just is
Hard to say.
hard to say.
Hard to
It's
say.
impossible to say. You don't know.
When Vic Fangio was asked about how good this defense was, this was his response.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm basically saying right now. Come on, what are we doing?
Take a quick break. Back after this.
I mean, he's not a kicker.
15-minute heat here for you on 60 WQAM. If you missed any of today's show, you get the Tobin and Leroy podcast available for you on all podcast platforms.
Hello. Marcos, I thought we were friends.
What happened?
Come on.
What?
Y'all ganged up on me.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about this. Did you see the report yesterday about Kyrie Irving's recruiting LeBron to Dallas?
Yeah.
You know what? Not for nothing.
Dude?
That is hilarious.
Not for nothing. But you ain't got to like that. Dude.
I love the fact that Kyrie Irving was like,
He does.
the Lakers didn't want him. He goes, oh yeah,
I'll take
I'll
LeBron.
recruit LeBron to Dallas.
Who knows if this guy's gonna even stay?
What are they
in
going to
Dallas?
trade for him? Like Maxi Kleber? Like who are they trading for LeBron James? They don't have anybody.
Yeah.
You know? I was just like, what? What is that?
I don't understand why he would need to do a trade anyway. He doesn't sign a long-term deal, so who cares?
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
LeBron signed a full long-term deal.
Huh?
His last deal he signed the full max.
He's not going to do it. He can again.
What do you mean?
Wherever he goes, he's just going to, you know what I mean? Sign a 1 or 2 year deal.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have to. He's got
That's
3 years left on his deal, I think.
He's got a player.
Oh, really? He's
option
got to
for
opt out after 2 years?
He doesn't opt out. Like he signed the full deal the last time out.
So why are we discussing LeBron going somewhere else?
That's
when
what's
he's
funny
got
about it.
Right.
Like it's Kyrie Irving. Like that's what's hilarious. But the Lakers are like, I think the report was the Lakers like, I mean, if they're gonna trade us Luka,
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about, Kyrie? He goes to Mark Cuban because here's the thing, like no one's paying Kyrie except for Mark Cuban, who's like, all right, I'll give Kyrie, I'll max out Kyrie Irving,
He ain't maxing him out.
and he's
You
like,
think Kyrie gets a max contract?
I'd be surprised, but if you wanted to get a max, this is how you would do it. He's like, I get you LeBron, and Mark Cuban's like, really? I would love to get LeBron. I'd never get free agents.
No way in hell. LeBron goes to Dallas.
No way in hell.
That's the scene of the crime. Who are you talking about?
You think he walks in there and goes, what was that, LeBron?
What about Dirk?
He gets a little shiver on it.
You think Dirk wants LeBron playing for his franchise? The only person who's excited is JJ Barea.
I don't think Dirk would get, but that's like you definitely get. It's like LeBron walks in, he gets a little shiver. He goes, what was that? Bereas.
See, they say, oh, all right. Nah, it's weird that LeBron's got 3 years left on his contract, and
I don't understand why LeBron and Kyrie,
you know why? Here's why. It's Kyrie. Kyrie is oblivious to what goes on in the real world sometimes. And he's a smart, intelligent dude, but he sometimes just makes comments and like, huh? Like, hey, I'm recruiting LeBron. No, that's not recruiting, dude. He's not a free agent.
Is that even like a good basketball fit? Like LeBron, Luka, and Kyrie?
Well, LeBron is a good fit with anybody because he'll mold his game to fit what the team needs. Kyrie is another story.
I don't know.
Especially if Kyrie misses 40 games. Dude, I'm telling you right now, if I'm an owner of a team and I had to deal with that, I'd be so mad.
Well, that's part of the thing that like got him out of Brooklyn, though, is like they tried to say, hey, we want like a minimum amount of games. And then he's like, okay, well, I want a minimum of trade me to Dallas. It's kind of what undid the whole thing in Brooklyn.
I guess.
As they were like, hey, listen, we'll sign you this contract. What do you think about, playing half the season as like a limit? Oh, okay.
Tell me to play.
Just because why? Because I want to go away every once in a while? Oh, man, too much. I did like that, though. Good job to try and take away attention from the NBA Finals, everybody.
Perfect.
It didn't work.
Well done.
You can pick any other person other than Kyrie. I think we're over it.
It really is like one of those things.
I think Kyrie has run its course. I think everyone's just kind of.
The thing is, though, if you could get him on your team, there's not anybody that would say no. He's really good.
He is really good, but is he worth?
He's dazzling.
Everything?
Yes.
The money.
Yes.
And the
No. I'm not giving him a max contract.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, that's what
but ain't nobody giving him a max contract. He will not get max money.
But honestly, if his talent equals max money, everything that comes with him says I'm not going to spend money on this guy.
Right. But that's his own doing. So he can go and wander around and wonder what's going on. It's his doing.
But it's something else to be said for like every team that he goes to. Like they don't have success other than like you had LeBron at the peak of his powers. Yeah. Every other team that he's around is
the team that he did play for and had success. He was annoyed. Yep. Kyrie was annoyed and wanted to get out of there.
You talking about the Celtics?
No,
or the Cavs.
The Cavs.
Yeah. He was like, I'm out of here.
And now he wants LeBron back?
But the Cavs got worse. The Nets, disaster. And Dallas, I mean, they went into the tank when he got there.
Don't forget Boston. Remember that whole Boston stuff? Like, come on, dude. That was
I love the way
guy's like the anti-Jimmy Butler.
He really is.
Kyrie thinks he's go there. Oh, I'm gonna just lead this team. And I'm like, and everybody's looking at him like, huh, you're that guy, huh?
I was like, wait a minute. What do you think LeBron does when he gets that? Because I did what? But yeah. You know, like I said, Bron, I said you wanted to come to Dallas. What if the LeBron whole retirement thing is a forced leverage play to get to Dallas?
No.
No?
Wow.
Leroy's taking this so unseriously, he's packing up his laptop.
I mean, I don't blame him.
He's like, I'm not taking this serious. I'm packing up my equipment. I'm out of here.
He's actually
he's
downloading Crackcoon instead of
Bro.
The fact that
is Crackcoon like an actual movie, or can I watch it on like sci-fi? Like, where is Crackcoon?
Well, no, apparently it's in the makings, I believe.
Okay, but is this going to be a theater release?
Yeah, like is it a theater release, or can I like fire up?
First of all, nobody's gonna hang out with a trash panda anyway.
No.
So a trash panda on crack, like you ain't like when I see them, they're nasty.
Crack panda.
They're nasty. Wow. Right? They are nasty looking. They look like their nails, their
they can look
claws.
adorable. I mean, like they're two-faced. They can look adorable.
Hold on. I have never met an adorable raccoon.
Oh, you're nuts, dude.
Does that look adorable?
With the little
to you?
faces. With the
Wait,
little,
did you pick? You try to pet them?
No. But I just think they're cute.
Can you pet them?
I wouldn't. You know,
Can't be adorable.
Never know if they have.
Can't be adorable. Can't be adorable.
Oh, what about
can't
the
be
rule?
adorable?
That's the rule.
Yes. If you can't pet it, it can't be adorable.
I don't think so.
Like this?
Clearly, you haven't seen.
Dude,
Pocahontas.
can I just tell you?
Oh, that is adorable, actually. Pocahontas.
Forget the drawn mustache, which is ridiculous,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's
the
real,
fact
dude.
that to prove a point and think we wasn't going to talk about you hold this damn bunny.
That was my
So we
roommate.
just go look at the
He
mustache.
took that from the bunny.
That was my
and put
roommate's
it.
bunny, not mine.
That's what they all say.
What?
The toe doctor?
Well, he's not that anymore. He's a meat farmer.
So,
yeah.
So was it because he sucked that toe doctor in that he decided to go play with meat?
No, he was a great toe doctor. He was tired of cutting off old people's feet because the old don't like to listen to medical advice.
That is true.
No, they don't.
Very
They
stubborn.
don't. They don't. No,
Very
you know what?
stubborn,
That's
those
literally
Wait,
what he
wait,
told
wait.
me. He goes, they don't like to listen to me. I'm tired of cutting their feet off.
Here's what they go. They go, I've made it this long. I'll just deal with it.
Yeah. He goes,
Until you don't have a foot.
he goes, but you're gonna lose it. Nah. And he goes, I can't do this
Wait.
anymore.
You know what that remind me of? You ever see that that commercial? You say, hey, what did it say? Those Diamondbacks are pretty poisonous. He said, I don't need no. He said, I'm a mine. Let's go mine these, round up these cattle.
Guy says, is that Tobin or Jokic with a mustache? Dude, how much more menacing would Jokic look with a beard, though?
Oh, wow. I'm glad he
Like,
doesn't
he would
have
be
one.
the scary. Like, he's already scary, but imagine if he had, like, some facial hair on him.
You imagine if you could grow some facial hair.
I could, dude. I just choose not to.
No. Will you stop with that?
No, I'm telling you the truth.
That is not
Proof
true,
is in the
dude.
pudding.
Yes,
Dude, you
yeah,
can't.
yeah,
The only way you can get facial hair is if you cut the hair off your arms and tape it to your face. Other than that, no, you're not. Dude, I've never seen you with a little stubble.
Oh, dude, I listen.
No. First of all,
That's not true. He has it right now.
Yeah.
Double.
That's just hours.
we were
That's just days.
we were in Vegas and none of us wasn't even considering grooming because it was long nights. And I still never seen.
No, I was like a werewolf, dude. Shadow boxing.
Just glad he's not saying werewolf.
He did.
Oh, did he?
I
That's
didn't
how
even
you
hear
say
it.
Yeah.
I heard it
Snuck it in
because
there.
he's doing it to annoy me. It's like when he says stuff like that, it's like a dog whistle to me. I'm the only one that really understands it or hears it, and then I want to fight him.
I don't know, Leroy. I think this is a cute raccoon. What do you think?
Oh, he was
look
a
at
rascal,
that.
the one from Pocahontas.
Yeah.
I always
Come
wanted that
on.
little cookie in his hand.
Okay.
Really?
You know what it sounds like when you eat it?
Is that a moon pie? You don't know nothing
No,
about
it was
moon
a
pie.
cracker, dude. It was a
Do you
cracker.
know anything about moon pies?
I've never had a moon pie.
You never had a moon pie?
Nah, I never had a moon pie.
You ever had a moon pie? That's a hood snack. You get that at the corner store.
They still make them?
They do.
Huh?
They still make them?
My fiance brought home a moon pie the other day. Very strange.
I'll bring in some moon pies tomorrow.
No.
And peeps.
Nobody likes moon pies.
She brought in peeps
then
too.
why'd you say?
We just ate them as a kid, like because they were in the corner store.
like I've had
I don't
them
like
before.
marshmallows and come on. I don't like s'mores.
Hey, 560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Jay.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
I'm good, man. Tobin, what's up?
How are you, buddy?
Very well, thanks. How are you? Am I live?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just checking on him? What's going on here?
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, we doing a wellness check. What you got? What you got?
Hey.
Make it
So
quick.
let me somehow. Okay, Leroy. So just to keep Leroy in check, right?
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Really quick. I'm just pissed, man. Again,
Oh,
I'm always pissed. Listen, how come the Heat can't get credit for playing ball, knowing how to play ball?
Oh, it's a dude from
Why
Toronto.
is it always?
Oh.
Yeah, it's me again.
Yeah, what's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm
Why? So
good,
you're
I'm
upset
good,
you're
I'm
not
good,
enough
I'm good.
credit?
Listen, we're a ball playing club. There's nothing about grit. I get the whole Heat culture, but we're a ball playing club. It takes Tobin. Do you know it takes teams at least 120 points to beat us?
Yep. That's
That
the
should
truth.
sink in.
Sink that in, dude.
You gotta
Chew on
do
that.
You got to do 120 to beat us.
Yep.
Peace.
Are you pleased with Bam though? Because you were very frustrated with Bam last time we talked to you.
Listen, Bam, man. My apologies. Bam has been money.
Yeah.
But he's been money. But let me tell you, Tobin. Namdi.
Oh,
Namdi,
Namdi, dude. That dude is handsome. All right, Jay. We got to get out of here, buddy. All right. Hey, Eric Reed joined us earlier on in the show. He was fantastic.
Yep.
Broke down all things Miami Heat. The legend, the OG voice, the Heat original. Eric Reed. He's next.
Kaboom. All righty, South Florida. Earlier, we got a chance to talk to the legend himself, Eric Reed. You can see J-Fig with our white hot hat. It glows in the dark, by the way. That's a courtesy of Big Spoon there. So we're going to go ahead and bring you that interview one more time. Again, this is Eric Reed, voice of the Miami Heat. And yeah, let's get to it.
Is the OG, the voice of your Miami Heat, Eric Reed, who you guys can catch on Bally Sports Sun, giving you post-game coverage locally after every one of these NBA Finals games. Go check that on out. Eric, kind enough to join us here as the Miami Heat evened up the NBA Finals at a game apiece. Eric, thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. And I know that you cannot be surprised the tenacity of this team to go out there and win in Denver and have this NBA Finals all even at one apiece coming back here on Wednesday.
Tobin, Leroy, and crew, great to be with you. Great to be watching Heat basketball in June in the NBA Finals again. This never gets old. Yeah, if you're surprised still now, that's proof you have not been watching. This is such a mentally tough, physically strong, emotionally well-kept team. Look how many comebacks, 7 wins after trailing by double figures, how many times they down in the fourth. And I said this on our last post-game show, you're starting to see championship qualities emerge in this team. If all you did was watch Game 7 at Boston in the conference finals after the way they lost Game 6, they dominated Game 7, at TD Garden, and then the comeback in Denver and, give Denver not only their first loss at home in the playoffs, but their first loss, with a lead going into the fourth quarter. They were 9-0 in that stat before that game. So listen, I think we could be in for a long, hard fought series. That's what I'm expecting, but the Heat are in great shape. I think they're the better defensive team. I think they're the deeper team. I think right now they look like the more disciplined and hungrier team, but we're still early in the series.
Eric, I think some of the things that you explained about this Heat team, we've all had to be that way this year. I mean, holy smokes. I mean, you had to watch this Heat team and go, don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm gonna hang in there, but whoo, and they just they all stayed patient. Spo continued to say, hey, we got some things working here. Jimmy wasn't panicked. Nobody was panicked. And now we're here. And I'm still like, all right, I understand. But it's like, wow, I've never seen anything like this.
Nobody has, Leroy. This has been one of the most unique and improbable playoff runs, not in Heat history, in the history of the league. I mean, it's incredible what we're watching. Listen, by Heat standards, this was an extraordinarily frustrating season with 44 wins and the up and down nature of it, the total inconsistency of it. But, I think people are reading it wrong in this regard. People are looking at the Heat now and saying, hey, the regular season doesn't mean anything. It means a lot, but, I think not in the way that we all measure it by the amount of regular season wins you have. So, that's one way to measure it. Another way, look at all the close games, the winning habits built, the adversity overcome. That's what was meaningful for the Heat this year. It steeled them together. They're used to playing in close games. Look how good they've been. They've been so much better than Milwaukee and Boston in the fourth quarters. And, we saw what they did in the fourth quarter the other night at Denver, a 36-point fourth quarter, one of the great fourth quarters in NBA Finals history, guys. It was extraordinary to be down 8 and then get that Duncan Robinson blitz of points in the first 2 minutes of the quarter and hold on and win. So it's an incredible story. No team has won an NBA title, by the way, with 44 wins, as little as 44 wins since the 1978 Washington Bullets. So it's historic what we're watching, and it's joyful, man. I know it's stressful when you get this deep. Every possession means so much because this is joyful. Right now, there's a burden of hope and expectation, but up until this point, Miami made it this far without carrying that suitcase full of expectations about being here. This is totally improbable and unexpected, except by the 17 guys in that locker room, the coaching staff, and the whole basketball staff in Miami. This is what they are built for. This is really what Heat culture is all about. And it's a listen, we're still right in the thick of it. It's a proud time for the organization, for our fan base. And you start with the ownership of the Harrison family, the leadership of Pat Riley for close to 30 years. We are all enjoying, one of the most successful franchises in professional sports. Think about it, 7 trips to the finals since 2006. Nobody else has made that many.
Erik, I'm curious, you've been obviously around Spo forever. He's usually, and especially during the regular season, is just cool, never overreacts to anything. But I've found him in this playoffs to almost have like an edge to him. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just he knows the difficulty of this, if he is, blocking out the noise from everybody that counted this team out. But I'm like, you think back to after game 6, he was ready to go immediately right afterwards. You think after this game where he doesn't want their strategy just broken down, simplicity, drop us off in parachutes. What have you made of just, I guess, the persona of Erik Spoelstra in this playoff run? It feels like a guy who's had more of an edge to him.
I think he always, Tobin, great points, but I think he's so composed, whether it's after a win or after a loss, the poise. Listen, I really believe in this cliche. A team reflects the personality of its head coach. I think it throughout all sports. And, his defiance, his confidence, his grittiness and perseverance, and his basketball IQ, and always figuring out a way. How many times have we heard him say over the years, we have enough? Listen, there are coaches around the league who'll tell you, yeah, we played 5 games in 7 nights and we're missing this guy or that guy. With Spo and the Heat, there's never an excuse. There's only an opportunity to get better and figure out how we can win the next game. So he's a tremendous coach. I think the illumination on him as a coach and the Heat as a franchise and that Heat culture has been illuminated in such a clear way, maybe the most clear way that it's ever been illuminated right now with this cast led by this star player in Jimmy Butler, who's become one of the great players in Heat history, doing it at the most important time. And Bam Adebayo's having a great playoff and a great final so far. And the list goes on. Every night, other guys step up. Gabe and Duncan and Max and how about Spo's move going back with Kevin Love? There are a lot of people feel like that move won that game. Miami took Love out of the starting lineup in the Boston series when it wasn't working. And after game 1 of the finals, Spo realized Love was needed. And you saw how different Miami looked. First of all, Martin was under the weather with migraine. Last game, but putting Love back in there, you saw the rebounding, those snappy outlets into the front court that get the Heat into a faster tempo. So a million different coaching moves along the way, but Spo and his team are in the midst of an incredible journey.
Getting back to Bam Adebayo, Erik, he's got Spo said after the game, maybe the toughest task in the NBA right now, going up against Joker, but. What have been the things that have stood out to you so far in these first couple of games with him in that matchup?
Aggressive, not hesitant,
Yes.
Sure of what he wants to do. And, listen, looks like they're giving him the best shots in his arsenal. He was with Giannis. They were the 2 best paint scorers in the NBA this year. He gets around that dotted line. You know what he's ready to do, sign and score. So he's getting a steady dose of those shots, and he's making a lot of them. His defense is always exceptional. He's not the passer that Jokic is, but then again, nobody is. But he's a very good high post passer, and you see in all those backdoor cuts by Duncan Robinson. The Heat's playing as a team. Bam Adebayo, such an integral, important part of the team. And I'm really, really happy for him that he's having this kind of postseason and off to this kind of start in the playoffs. In terms of Jokic, guys, it's an impossible cover. It really is. You're going to give up something to him, whether you want to or not. But listen, it's been proven out. I felt this way before the series, and I think I'm more convinced of it now. You can live with him getting 40-plus points. Look, they're 0-3 in the playoffs when he scores 40 or more. It's like those 14 assists in game 1, because that means he has gotten Murray and Gordon and Porter and maybe KCP going. If you can keep the assist total down And Miami was able to do that. 4 assists for Jokic and 5 turnovers in game 2. That appears to be the way to go. How Miami does it, disguising their doubles, timing their double teams well, and using them judiciously. Because, most guys you could disrupt with a double. Him, he's going to pick you apart. The zone defense has worked. They withstood 41 points by Jokic in game 2, including 18 in the third quarter, and they still won the game. So the defensive chess game that Spo is playing going to be intriguing as we watch the series and the strategy change and shift from one game to the next.
Erik, if you had to go to one stat after tomorrow's game, it would be Jokic assists, right? That would be the telling stat of the game, not necessarily the points or the rebounds, but if he's below 10 assists, then that means the Heat are doing what they need to do.
I agree with that, Leroy. Listen, I don't have the stat off the top of my head. It's been out there. 6 assists or less, they do not have a good record. He's so gifted. No matter what you do against him, listen, we're the last team to get a chance to try to figure out how to defend him. Nobody's been able to do that for the last 3 years. But I agree. I think his assist total it merits watching because, that's what makes Denver so difficult to beat. When Jokic gets everybody else involved, he's going to get his no matter what you do.
Erik, a couple more before we get you out of here. It seems like there's a new report on Tyler Herro every other day. He was maybe going to be there for game 2. Now they're saying he's still dealing with hand soreness. What if he is able to come back? What do you think he could provide for this, or do you think it's a tough ask at this highest stakes for Tyler Herro to provide anything after that much time off?
Listen, I was not in Denver, so I'm just giving you my opinion, not facts on it. I think even if he was 100% ready and healthy right now, it is tough to insert a guy back after he's been out for 7 weeks. To this moving train, now that you're in the finals and things are going so well, it's tough. I would just trust Coach Spoelstra on when the right time and place was to bring him back. But my guess, this is a distraction for the media right now. I don't see it. I don't think, reading between the lines of what Tyler has been quoted as saying, that he's still got soreness on his follow through. The injury is probably still healing. And even Tyler admitted he doesn't want to upset the chemistry of this team that's so hot right now. So let's leave this to Coach Spo. But I'm going to go on record by saying I would be a little bit surprised to see Tyler Herro return in the series. It could happen. I'm not sure that it will happen.
Before we get chatted, go ahead, Marcos. What do you got for Erik before we get out of here?
Erik, quick question. I know this was the NBA Finals the national media didn't want, but this is business as usual down here, and the city is buzzing. I'm just curious because I miss hearing kabooms and seeing, and hearing your voice as the Miami Heat succeed in the NBA Finals. Is there a number that someone could throw your way where you could go to someone's private party and do a play-by-play live? Is there a specific number that we can get you out here calling the game and we'll just put the game on mute?
You must be eavesdropping on Crowdy and I. Do you know that we do first of all, I've learned this over my 35 years with the Heat. There's only one downside to the wonderful job I have. And that's, the way the rules are now in the league. Or in the 90s, you could go all the way through to the conference finals and still do local TV. Under the current rules of the NBA TV contracts, local TV is done after one round. So think about it. You don't get to do what you do in the most important game your team is going to play, but you live with it because, there might be a time or two in life where it's okay to be selfish. This sure as heck is not the time. So I'm always happy for my team when we get this far. I'm happy that my team carves out a role for me in the playoffs. And right now that role is hosting the post-game shows home and away. But for every game, and this is something a lot of people know and a lot of folks don't know, since the late 90s, I have been doing I'll call it a fake broadcast of all of these playoff games that gets recorded and used for our Heat archives and now for social media. And it's weird how much I enjoy doing it, even though awesome. you may hear a soundbite or two. I don't care how it's used. I'm so happy that the Heat have asked me to do this because in a real way, I don't feel like I've been cheated out of calling these games. You're not hearing it, but I'm doing it. And Crowdy and I always joke that we should be out during the week between games selling subscriptions to this.
I agree. Hey, I'd buy that.
Guys, listen, we're in the Fox Sports studio in an office with like desk lamps and, nice. We did it during the pandemic that way. And we're doing these finals games on the road that way. And I told Crowdy this. I said, John, the minute we start doing it, you're going to forget that it's not real. So we treat it like it's real. We enjoy it like it's real. And you get to hear a soundbite here and there. But we're having fun doing it. And we have a blast on the post-game shows with John Crowdy and Coach Rothstein and Jeremy Taché and Jackson Amy. It's a good show after each and every one of these playoff games.
Well, we love hearing it, Eric, and especially I think as we have noticed nationally, we definitely love that local flair with how it's been treated around the country. Everybody catching on late to the heat. So go catch Eric and the crew there on Bally Sports Sun after every one of these NBA Finals games. Game 3 tomorrow night at the Kaseya Center. Eric, we always appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Eric.
Hey, appreciate you guys too. And never mind what the national media wanted. The TV ratings have been great, and let them keep talking about how the other team, failed, rather than how the Heat are succeeding. But I think overall, people are catching on. We've got some friends out there in the national media as a franchise. Kendrick Perkins, I put him right at the top of the list. Shaq, Stan Van Gundy, Mike Breen, and Jeff Van Gundy. People that watch with intelligence understand how special it is what the Heat are doing and trying to get done. Guys, enjoy the rest of the series. Tobin, I'll see you at Media Day and at Game 3.